Is it possible that everything we think we know about nicotine is a lie?
Girl, you could be my all day. Blow-os, blow-os.
I understand that you have another structure burning behind you.
That's what she said.
F the FDA.
Previously on the vlog.
What?
Clucking the chowds.
Thank you guys. Hey, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you. Welcome to Thursday. Welcome to the vlog. There's a saw going in the background. This is the beer we're having tonight. North Coast Brewing Company, Old Rasputin's Russian Imperial Stout. Cheers to ya. I hope you have something delicious. Doesn't have to be a beer. So you'd press the buttons and the clamps come down and it holds the mold and then this arm comes down and injects it with wax. You can hear that. You can hear that. All right, looks like I'm throwing it to car guy.
And then cloud chase your car again.
If the jackhammer noise is okay, then the jackhammer noise is okay. Remember hand checks? You know, I don't know what to tell you. Katie's 36 years old. It seems like Katie likes flavors. The person needs what the person needs, and it's not up to us to go, no, don't vape it disposable. Don't vape it disposable. What? Next comment. Crisis actor. What? Separate the art from the artist. I love Tom Cruise. Fuck Scientology. Your e-liquid just randomly tastes like hot dogs. I almost chemically burned out an eye out of my head. I saw a bottle of liquid there that had real pieces of real gold. Brian's Tech, write you down for next week. Your birthday's the 12th. All right. Julio. Happy birthday to them. Mom. Skip around the room. Pee on me. We're going to start a poll here because you guys need to vote on the retro vape. Number 1, number 2, or number 3, or I'm just putting it up here right now. There is a mystery box. The mystery box. That's the risk you take, Ian. That's the risk you take. If there's nothing in the mystery box, then there's nothing in the mystery box and we don't do a retro vape. What is it about a mystery box? He'll steal your poop. Could be anything in there. Dickie Mo. All right, well, I think it's time to end the poll. It's the mystery box. By a mile, the mystery box. So, okay. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. It's just cotton. Damn. Wait, this means something. This isn't just cotton. What do we think of when we think of cotton? I think of phrasing. And that means that we're doing the Council of Vapor Wrath 80-watt squonker, Wraith 80-watt squonker tonight because this came courtesy of the phrasing. Look at this honker. That is ginormous. Oh, okay. What's up, Wraith? That door sucks dildos. Spring-loaded like a mug. This is a dual coil banger. Dual coily banger? Shit. Dual coil banger. It's just a 2-post. Good old-fashioned 20-wrap round wire. You want me to waste some drip theories, man? I can do that, too. Are these? Are you gonna go? Hang on, you guys. Hang on. Sorry. Hi. Hey. Hi. 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 I am actually going to have to end this stream literally right now. My wife is in a lot of pain right now. It's sort of an excruciating pain to where she can't stand up, she can't sit down, she can't do anything. I'm sorry. I'm not really that sorry because my wife is obviously the most important person in the world in my life right now. I have to take her to the urgent care. She's in a lot of pain. She's doubled over in pain. It's just been getting worse for the last like 2 hours, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And I'm going to take her to the urgent care. So this vlog will be the first vlog that's under 2 hours. We'll catch up with the AMA next week, the American Medical Association. They got caught lying about vaping. So I'm really sorry. I love my wife. I love you guys, but I do actually love my wife more. I love you guys. Peace out. Here's Dwayne. I love you guys. I really hope she's okay too. I'll update you guys on whatever, YouTube, Twitter, and then that's all. I'm gonna take my wife to the urgent care. I love you guys. I'm sorry. Send some good vibes. If you're a praying person, just send some prayers up. I appreciate you guys. I love you. I'm gonna take my wife to the urgent care. Let's say goodbye. Shortest vlog of 2025. I love you guys. This might be a little bit loud. I apologize.
Because Nick told me to.
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
Clucking the chowds.
All right. Well, hello and welcome. Welcome and hello, or welcome back, I should say. Welcome, you guys. It's Thursday. That means it's Mother Truckin' Vlog Day. Just as we see here, it's MTVD, and we are literally picking up right where we left off last week. I appreciate you guys being here. I see in the chat, Shane's here, Conman's here, having some shed time issues. Paul Cole, Stay Cloudy Paul Cole, Jeremy M, Rifleman, Mary, Ern, Jamie, the King is here, Vicky Benji is here, hashtag Team Vicky Benji. I want to give a shout out to Fishy. I just saw his super chat. I want to give a shout out to Bowie. I hope Bowie is getting all of the loves and care and affection that Bowie possibly can be getting, Fishy. Appreciate you guys. Happy Thursday. We're doing the damn thing. And like I said, we're going to pick up right where we left off. We're going to pick up right where we left off with retro vaping. In fact, I'm not even going to do the opening announcements. Do I have any opening announcements to do before we get into this retro vaping? I just wrote down that we aren't mad enough at the American Medical Association. We aren't, and we'll get there when we get there. We had to end the vlog early last week. My wife had some really horrible issues going on with her stomach. I'm very convinced that it was due to her recent trip to India. She went to India for work and went to, friends of the family, residential building, and ate a bunch of homemade food and came home and was just doubled over in pain and is still to this day right now having massive gutular issues. I'll spare her the details. I'll spare her privacy. But she's so much better now. She's so much better here. Last Thursday sucked. We were out late at the urgent care. We were out late at the ER. We went to Rite Aid after that. Thank God we found a 24-hour Rite Aid. And we came home. We rested on the couch that night. But thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your well wishes, for your concern, for your prayers. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. It absolutely was, Ern. I really believe it absolutely was. Ern in the chat, it absolutely was India. Yeah, I would say something. I would say something similar. I don't think I have any other like off the top of the vlog sort of stuff. There's going to be some news tonight that we're going to talk about, and I'm never apologizing for talking about news because this directly affects our ability to do what we do, directly affects our ability to stay smoke-free. So of course I'm going to talk about it. Next week, we got to talk about state stuff. We're not going to touch on any of that this week, but there's a ton of state stuff coming up. And hey, Underground Vapes, I appreciate you. Thank you. She is feeling much better. Feeling much better. Still not 100%, which upsets me. Still not 100%, but so much better. Sub-Ohm Enthusiast Retro Vapes. Oh, hell yeah, Replay Crew. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. She's doing much better. I'll catch you on the replay. Leave me a comment, Sub-Ohm Enthusiast Retro Vapes. I don't know if our paths have crossed very often, but I'd like to see your comments. Did anybody notice last week in the really short vlog that we did that there was subtle rain sounds in the background the whole time I was streaming? We heard the sawing sounds and we heard the jackhammering sounds, but I went back and when I was trying to edit together that previously on the vlog little segment there, I kept hearing noise on the stream. And so I'm cutting these parts out and I'm turning the volume way up. And sure enough, it's like gentle rain sounds happening the whole time I was streaming. The whole time I was streaming, there was gentle rain sounds going on. I'm pretty sure my Spotify was just playing in the background. It was playing my Sleepy Time Rain in the background. So hashtag rain vlog. I'll try not to let that happen ever again, but let me give you a real quick rundown. We're going to jump right into this with some retro vaping. We're going to do a beer after that. We got what I've been vaping, what you've been vaping, Assignment America. We're going to sing happy birthday. We're going to talk about the news. We're going to open mail. We're going to crank through, I think, 2. I don't want to say crank because I want to enjoy it, and crank kind of sounds a little bit dirty, but I do want to enjoy multiple liquid tastings. We're going to do a random, and then we're going to do a deliberate, and that's how, I think that's how tonight is going to go. I'm going to try to keep this a little bit tighter, a lot less rambling. We can't go for 4 hours again. It's just a damn hell-ass thing to go for 4 full freaking hours. Holy cow. So, like I said, we're picking up right where we left off, and that can only mean one thing. Was that Spotify getting back at me? Was that Spotify getting back at me, Steve-O? Steve-O in the chat says, because you were complaining about it, so Spotify said, hold my beer. And you know, I thought I had a fix to it. I thought I had my Spotify problem solved because I learned about private sessions. So I can go into my settings and privacy and start a private session where it doesn't count that to my music profile. And I can also make a playlist not count towards my music profile, except neither of those things seem to be working right now. My release radar is still full of ASMR. And I got one track. You're not going to believe this. I wonder if I could even play this track. I got one track that was just clapping. Just clapping. Just clapping. It was 30 seconds of what sounded like the end of a comedy album. And it was a full track of just clapping. And Spotify said, you want to hear this, right? You want to hear that shit? I said, no, Spotify, I do not. So let's turn on some lo-fi chilled beats and let's pick up where we left off because we're at the Wraith. You know, we're doing the Wraith. We just saw the previously on, so here we are with the Wraith, although I don't think, well, see, Steve-O, this counts as the retro vape. I've got it all figured out. This is the Wraith. We were building it. And I was going to, ruin some Breeze Tones coils. I was going to ruin some Breeze Tones coils and put them in here, but I think I've decided to not ruin some Breeze Tones coils, and I may just go with some old school round wire. Just some round ass wire, because there's going to be a lot of, like, look how far apart these posts are. Look at how far apart these posts are. Typhoon GT4S. Holden, you snagged a Typhoon GT4S? That's a damn hell-ass good RTA. I'm gonna say it's probably one of the best RTAs that exists in the RTA world, in all of RTA-dom. I smashed my wire here. Smashed it, and so now it's awkwardly shaped. Do you see the shape of this wire? It's like a square. It's like a weird oval. Yeah, I smashed it shutting my drawer. But what are you gonna do? You power through, and we're gonna build 24 gauge coils. The lot. We're gonna build 24 gauge coils. And I don't know how many wraps that's going to be. But I feel like a dual coil 6 wrap, 2.5 millimeter. Trash round wire for a trash RDA. I will not take such insolence here. If you're going to sit there and trash round wire, then you can, that's fine. You can trash round wire as much as you want. But people who vape round wire, know that it slaps. They know that it slaps. Let's see. 2.5 millimeters. Okay. That looks good to me. We're going to do a 2.5 millimeter round wire. I'm going to do a 6 wrap, I think. I'm the Shadow Man. I shouldn't have put that in the intro. Even though he didn't even sing in the intro, I can still hear it in my head. Yep, last week you guys chose the mystery box, and it turns out that the mystery box was a Wraith Squonker on loan from the phrasing collection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, since it's regulated, I don't know, do a 7 wrap? This is going to be even more difficult to install, though. Look at this tiny coil we got to put in there. Ooh, hello, tiny coil. Maybe I should have used 22 gauge. Maybe I should have used 22 gauge. No, we're going to stick in there with 24 because there's a technique to this. There's a technique to this that I think is a lost art. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wraps. We got to wildly bend these leads around. Wildly bend the leads around. I get a little pair of pliers. That I don't quite know where they are. Here they are. The lot. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'm just going to hold this coil kind of where I want it to be. And we're just going to, here, I'll demonstrate on one. First thing we're going to do is bend the leads this way. Okay? I wish these weren't so gummed up. That upsets me. I need some WD-40. I need to degrease these. And then we come to the same one on the other side. I'll show you this once it's done. And we bend that wildly to the side. So the coil just looks like hell right now. Off to the side, off to the side. But those are going to get turned back in and be able to go into those holes. Into one of those holes. Mile-long leads. 2-mile-long leads. Let's see if we go like about this far. And about this far. Yaha. Then this should theoretically just go in here. Maybe I made this harder on myself than I needed to. But I think Breeze Tone's coils would have been way, way harder. Way more difficult. Let's see if this worked. Okay, you go in there. You go in there. Ka-chow. And then, look at that. It's just a little coil hovering in the middle. Right there. You can see it. Perfectly centered. Chances are this is going to stretch out this coil. It might end up being a spaced coil. We call that bend janky. Yeah. And, once upon a time, within vaping, everything was janky. Everything was janky. Everything. It just was, It just was. So we're going to bend this here. Pow. And then come out that far. Bend this here. Pow. You see what I'm trying to do here with this leg? Focus. She said focus. Whatever. Try to replicate that on both sides. A bend and a bend. A bend and a bend. I know, and have I already ruined a pair of Breeze Tones this week? Have I already ruined a pair of Breeze Tones this week? Did I do that, Ern? Did I ruin that? I don't remember ruining a pair of Breeze Tones, but you love this deck? Mark, you can't love this deck. Mark Cousins in the chat says, I love that deck, Nick. You love this deck? I hope you're being sarcastic. Love this deck. I don't know if anybody loves this deck. I don't know, Mark. I'm skeptical of your claim here, Mark. Love this deck. Let's see if I can get this one in. That's what she said. Oh yeah, that's okay. This is gonna be perfect. So what I'm gonna do is clip these leads on this side. Well, I didn't shout Dickie Mo. I'm gonna be cursed now. Damn it. That's the last thing I need. It's the last thing I need is Dickie Mo's cat haunting me. Look at my fingers. You know what? This wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to screw these leads down with the wrong screwdriver. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Feels like I can crank these down. You never know with retro vapes because once upon a time, they didn't cut the ends of screws well, and they didn't cut post holes very well. You know, we're going back to the janky times now. And if I screwed down my screws too hard, it would just cut the lead right off, especially with round wire, As some people would say, especially with round wire. I'm just going to get in here and Dickie Mo these off. Dickie Mo! It's a good thing phrasing doesn't care about my wire use. Dickie Mo. Dude, I don't know what to tell you. These are coils. They're not great, but they are existing. Just gonna lift them a bit up from the edge here. They might be a little bit too far out. Oot. This is jank-licious. This is jank to the bone. That is jank to the bone. Look at this. Can you even tell what's going on there? Yeah. Let's see if they'll glow. Measuring a 0.3. 0.3, I guess that makes sense for a 24 gauge, 2.5 millimeter 7 wrap, right? Needs a series build. Yeah, sub-ohm, you know, that's a good point. That's a good point. I could have done like a 19 wrap and spanned the distance and we would have ended up with like a 0.7, you know, like a 0.9. I just want to make sure that this fits on here and nothing impedes that build. No, should be good. In fact, I might need to actually raise those coils up. They're not quite in front of the airflow. Yeah, I'm going to raise these coils up because they don't look like they're in front of the airflow to me. They look a little bit low. They look a little bit low. Jank to the bone, baby. Appreciate that, Jay. Thank you. Look, I don't mind being called out for jankness if I'm janky. If I'm being janky. But this, like I said, this came from a different time. The Wraith came from a different time. And I think just the fact that I have this is a testament to how not great it is, because phrasing, you know, he's a professional vapor. He knows what he's doing. Probably more so than me sometimes. But he didn't want to hang on to this. He's like, nope, you vape that monster. You vape that piece. All right, let's try this at 15 watts and get this glowing. Get this glowing. I like this, just jumping straight into a retro vape. Oh, my battery's dead. Hang on, let me change the battery in my sick-ass Star Wars build stand. Hey, I had a moly cell in there. A moly cell was powering a build stand. Let's go for... I mean, I'm not going to put any cool battery wraps in here. Well, I guess it's got to be a titty wrap. It has no choice. Oh, no, here we go. Here's a regular Ohm Tech. There we go. Serenity now. Oh, that is the correct way. Okay, hang on. Okay, there it goes. I so rarely replace the battery in this. So rarely. Yeah, let's measure it again, sure. 0.22, I guess that's fine. It's round wire, you know, so it should glow. It's too high of a wattage. Yeah. Look how quickly round wire glows evenly. That's just an insanely impressive thing to me. Impressive? Look at that jank. On a level of 1 to jank, that is janklin. No offense to Frames Janklin. But this is, I won't say janklin. This is jank. This is maximum levels of jank. But you know what they say? If it looks dumb, but it works, it's not dumb. Or, you know, it could be dumb. That's phrasing. That's what he looks like. That's his face. It's his mouth. I'm always watching. Except he's British. So it doesn't quite sound that American. I'm always watching. Just going to cut off 2 to 3 feet of cotton out of Phrasing's mouth here. I have the worst scissors on earth. Yeah, this is a waste. This is a little bit of a waste of cotton. Aaron Roberts, I remember the first true build I ever did was on a Royal Hunter RDA by a Council of Vapor. Yeah. Couldn't have picked a harder one to start with. 8 years ago. But yeah, there wasn't a whole... I mean, 8 years ago... Yeah, 8 years ago. It's funny to think back... Like, I feel like I have a good grip of how the vape scene went, of how the vape space went, you know? I've been here since the beginning. The beginning. In 2009, you know, it was a completely different scene, different vibe, different people, different products, different liquids. And then in 2010, everything changed. In 2011, everything changed. 2012, everything changed. In 2012, we had like really bad RDAs because that was the beginning of the RDA boom. So 2012, 2013 kind of sucked for RDAs. That didn't really start happening until 14. Like even into 2015, I think. It's way too much cotton. It's way too much cotton phrasing. I'm apologizing to you literally right now. I'm sorry. I'm not going to tell. Your feet smell. If you ask me again, you can go to hell. I'm going to cut these one at a time. They don't feel super tightly wicked. This wick feels a little bit loose, but I'm just going to go with it because I think we'll be just fine here, Wraith. Wraith Squonker. Center that. Hey, it could even produce us some crackle. Could even produce us some crackle. Dude, Jason, yes, IGO W4 with the crest cap ruled. I loved that. In fact, I watched my review of that recently. We were just talking about that in the Discord, I think. It was in the Discord or on a patron stream or something. We were talking about the only IGO. The only good IGO was the W4 with the crest cap. Otherwise, You'd wasn't awesome at making RDAs. It wasn't until Vapors started making RDAs that they got really good. You know, like when Local Vape and Flawless released the Tugboat, we're like, oh, fucking look at that, a RDA that makes sense. And Vape's good. This is so built, it's not even funny. I don't know why my ISO's so high. Look how old school that build is. That's the most old school of the old schoolness. Old school. Your first RDA, Mark, was the Geek Vape Tengu? Tengu? Wait a second. The Geek Vape Tengu. I need to remind myself about what this looked like. The Geek Vape Tengu 24 millimeter. The Tengu. You know what? I don't know that I've ever actually tried this before. That's the Tengu. That's the Tengu. I can't get a deck shot. I said deck. Oh wait, here's a deck shot. What even is that? That's a wacky deck. I'm sorry, that's a wacky deck. Is that a wacky deck? It's a T in the middle. I guess it's just velocity. I guess it's just a different style velocity style deck. Those screws come in at an angle. Those screws come in from the top. I could actually see that working. I could actually see that working. I can't rotate this in any way. That's fine. Oh, here it is. Nope. Nope. Okay, I can't rotate it in any way. Well, that's the deck. To me, it just looked like a velocity deck. Mr. Butler, that's a decent RDA. I don't know about this Wraith. I don't know, man. I'm so skeptical of this. It's gonna vape. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's gonna vape fine. I think it's gonna vape fine. Just perfectly fine. Should we put some sweet bourbon peach on there? Oh, we got some JMW Premium. We'll put some sweet bourbon peach on here just cause I haven't had it in a second. 2-post decks were the worst for belaying liquid. Still bright as hell. Holy cow. Let's make it a cavern. Oh, see, now it's normal. They were the worst for belaying the liquid because it went right through the middle. Maybe if I had good wicking, it could wick it up to the coils. But I never enjoyed belaying through the middle. Well, Ramon, sherbet in the dark. That's a long gone e-liquid, unfortunately, and I don't know that anybody ever cared to clone it. I don't have any original bottles left. I mean, I do, but they're years old and probably taste like poop. Not actual poop. Oh, that sweet bourbon peach. Look, it's gonna vape. It's gonna vape. There's just no way around it. I'm gonna do my old trick of, I always used to spin the barrel against the bottom of the wicks like this to like lubricate up the barrel so I could put it down and it would be, you know, lubricated and spin a little bit easier. It's a nice O-ring. Okay, let's see, hang on. If I want it to be there, good. And I want this to be here. And we get the joy of the anti-spitback mesh. Oh, anti-spitback. Tim! It's Tim, the real leader, the actual true leader of the Watching the Replay crew. Or watching the vlog. I hope you guys are watching the vlog. Shout out to the Watching the Vlog crew. I don't know if they've assembled yet, but I appreciate you guys. I actually have higher hopes about this right now than I ever have. Much, much higher hopes than last week. Much, much higher hopes than last week. But what we need to do now is get this squonkable. So. Okay. Should I fill up this bottle? We're going to go full on with this. We're going to go full on. I'm going to fill up this bottle. Yeah. Wow. Straw on the inside. Sweet. Bourbon. Peach. Bleh. And a bleh. We have assembled. Tim, keep those dudes in line, you know? Keep those dudes in line. You have full immunity from me. Keep those dudes in line. Oh, raw chuck. I like that. I appreciate that, man. Slow filling process. Maybe we don't need to go completely haywire and fill this whole thing up. Stormtrooper ration kit. Stormtrooper ration kit. Okay. Now. Yep, there it is. So that's going to go into here. Needle tip up. And this is going to go into here. Positive side down. And then the whole thing. Hey now. Pow. We're Wraith squonking. Let's see if we can come up through the... Ah, there it is. Look, it's vaping. It's vaping. Definitely messed up my airflow with that. Okay. I'm going to reset my airflow because I have a feeling I messed it up. I want to make sure that one of those slots is at least in front of one of these coils. Okay, it's too weird. It's too weird. It's got 360 airflow. It feels like air is coming in from everywhere. It feels like air is coming in from everywhere. David Nance, 103 days clean. Bro. Bro. I love that for you, bro. Hell yeah, David Nance. Congratulations to you. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's awesome. All right, we're reading a 0.37 at, whoa. Okay. Oh no, this is based on memory settings. Oh no, can I just adjust the wattage? No? I get memory settings. So I get a, this is genius. I can choose 20, 40, 60. There has to be a way to set these. We're going to start it at 40 watts, I guess. 20, Oh. Well, I'm not sure how that exactly started flashing, but that's fine. I really wanted to set this to like 45, 50 watts. Chubbs, hang on. I'm going to get there in 1 second. We're going to read some supers for sure. For sure. Okay, look, you guys, we finally got there. And then it wasn't so much of a pain in the ass as I thought it was going to be. It's the Wraith Squonker. Council of Vapor. It's very rubberized white, which you can see it's like collecting dirt like crazy. It's getting dingy. Do you see the dingy happening? The dingy all over. Look at that dinge. Some severe dinge going on here. But let's try my beautiful build. My beautiful build. That is some tight ass airflow. Okay. Okay, we open the pit up. Okay. Wow, that's so much better. Cheers. Dude. Round wire urn. round wire. This is not bad in any way. It's vaping. I can squonk this. I can't see down in there, but I can squeeze this bottle and I can squonk this. I don't know if it's staying wet. We're just going to keep experimenting. Okay, so here's what I'll say about the Wraith kit. It's got hand feel for days. Hand feel for days. Randy. He's sidetracking me. Cookie stand's not part of the food court. Yes, it is. Cookie stand is not part of the food court. Cookie stand is an eatery, and eatery is part of the food court. Bullshit. It's good stuff, man. Bullshit. That kid is back on the escalator again. Hand feel for actual days. Fire button's right here. It's a one-handed, you squonk with this finger, you fire with this finger, RDA's right there. It's rad. I mean, that's hand feel for days. Except that the round wire on the inside is the only bad part, Duchess. Okay. Well, you know, once upon a time, all we had was round wire. That's all we had. Literally all we had was round wire. We couldn't do anything else. We'd sometimes twist it together. We'd sometimes... That's it. That was the extent of round wire innovation, was twisting it. We realized, oh, we can twist round wire. Parallel builds. Remember parallel builds? We were just chatting about parallel builds. I should do a parallel build on the next Tuesday Fiddle on Twitch. I should do a sick parallel build. Parallel builds. Anything outside of said designated square is an autonomous unit for mid-mall snacking. This is good. Maybe I just like the liquid on the inside, but it tastes like sweet bourbon peach. Like off this round wire and off this build in cotton, I'm somehow getting good flavor. Legitimately good flavor. And now we have aliens. In fact, I think if I crank this wattage up, let's just try 60 watts just because I think I'll get some crackle. No, not any good crackle. And it's a little bit too warm. But 44 watts, that's rad. That's nice. I don't know, Land of the Lost World of JJ. I don't know if parallel builds are still a thing. I don't know that anybody's doing like serious parallel builds in all of their RDAs or anything like that. I'd like to think that maybe there's some some real old school dudes out there who just discovered parallel and went, that's it. Parallel builds. That's it. That's what I'm doing. This is one of the better retro vapes, phrasing. I know this was supposed to throw me off, probably in some way, but it definitely didn't. It definitely didn't throw me off. Maybe it threw me off a little bit, but I had a plan. As soon as I saw that round wire, as soon as I saw that deck, I thought, well, we're either going to ruin this with aliens or we're going to put some old school, traditional, reliable, tried and true, tested round wire. Yeah, see? Josh over here rocks some parallel builds in his Centurion V2. Ain't nothing wrong with a parallel build in 2025. Ain't nothing wrong with a parallel build. Still rock parallel builds on a Mac, Sub-Ohm. Hell yeah. Parallel builds. We should do a parallel build on this on Tuesday, I think. Although parallel builds on a Mac is really where it was at. the parallel builds were designed for mechs because you could get wider coils with super low resistance, and sometimes it was necessary. I remember having a dot mod RDA, or even the Phenotype L. The deck was so far apart that it made sense to do parallels. It just made sense to do a parallel. Cloud Chucker, picking up the Clutch X18? Hell yeah. All right, well, here's the thing. I'm just going to keep vaping this throughout the vlog because it's good. It's got a good hand feel. Single battery, plenty of power, plenty of airflow, good flavor. It's not comparable. I don't want to stroke Ern's ego anymore, but it's not really. Roundwire doesn't really compare to some Fused Claptons or some Aliens. It just can't. There's not enough surface area to get the flavor that you get from an Alien, but Roundwire is still a very perfectly fine and legitimate way to vape. Hope everybody's doing the poll. Frames Janklin, shaka, brah. Creeping around, Frames Janklin. Appreciate you, bro. Do the poll. Did everybody do the poll? When was the last time Frames Janklin rocked a parallel build? Can you even do a parallel build in the RDA for vaping? The two? I feel like you can't. I feel like you can't. All right, everybody. Well, look, we're plugging right along here. And fun fact, I didn't grab a beer. I didn't grab a beer yet. So I'm just going to leave you with the Anthony Ramella song. Maybe? I'll be right back. Enjoy the Anthony Ramella song written by robots.
Anthony Ramella, he's a hell of a fella. Anthony Ramella, he's a fella. Anthony Ramella, he's a hell of a fella. Anthony Ramella, he's a fella. Anthony Ramella, he's a hell of a fella. Anthony Ramella, he's a
Water bottle. Anthony Ramella is a hell of a fella. Anthony Ramella. Anthony Ramella is a hell of a fella. Tomcat. Shit. Tomcat. Are you talking about the Wraith? Are you talking about the Wraith, Squonk? The Wraith. It's going to be a hard one to track down, I feel like. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong and you can find one. Hopefully I'm wrong and you can find one. Years. Dude, years. We should try it out. Green room, bro. Green room. Parallel builds. Parallel builds. I'm pretty sure I just shook this beer up by dropping it completely on my desk, but hell, let's get into it anyway. We're doing the Duvel tonight, you guys. We're doing the GD Duvel. This is hands down one of the best beers ever made. One of my certainly favorite beers. It's a Belgian strong blonde ale. Duvel, classic. I think it's 8%. 8.5%. Slow brewed to perfection. In Belgium by Belgian monks. Belgian monks really know their beer, man. Belgian monks are my favorite beer brewers on planet Earth. Triple parallel build. So I'm gonna, yeah. Oh, okay. At least it wasn't a cork. Hashtag the cork fear is real. We're going to be drinking this out of the Winchester Tavern. We're going to pour this right over my keyboard, old school style. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at the Duvel. Don't you want it? Don't you want it? We're going to put a real thick head on here. And then we're going to just let that die down for a second. Shit. Duvel, bro. Yeah, the best blonde. People call it the best blonde ale in the world. Let's see. What does Beer Advocate have to say about it? Yeah, They rank it pretty high. I know I've been here before. I've been to this particular beer advocate page for Duvel in the past, and they rank it quite high. Quite high. Duvel is still seen as the reference among strong golden ales. Its bouquet is lively and tickles the nose with elements of citrus, which even tends towards grapefruit, thanks to the use of the highest quality hop varieties. This is also reflected in the flavor, which is beautifully balanced with hints of spices. Thanks to its high CO2 content, this beer has a wonderful roundness in the mouth. Duvel is both perfect thirst quencher and the ideal aperitif. Ideal aperitif. They rank it at a 94%. People really like Duvel. I really like Duvel. I got to drink Duvel in Belgium, and that was like a, that's like a thing. I love going to breweries, and I love going to different countries and drinking their beer. You get to drink German beer in Germany. You drink Belgian beer in Belgium. You drink, I went to the Heineken brewery in Amsterdam and drank the freshest, most beautiful Heinekens that I've ever had. I don't know if there's any Heineken fans here. I don't know that there's any Heineken fans really anywhere, but this was the best Heineken I've ever had. It was, dare I say it, busting. All right, Duvel, drink through that head like a man. Winchester Tavern. Shout out to Mr. Shaun of the Dead. Have a nice pint. Wait for all this to blow over. Kind of, that's what the world just feels like right now. So let's have a nice cold pint and wait for this to blow over. I mean, citrus, grapefruit. It's so fresh. It's so it's just so fresh. It's so refreshing. It's not cloying in any way. It's not like jowly in any way. It doesn't make my mouth water. It's not too bright. It's really well balanced, really nice mouthfeel. I get loads of citrus from this. I don't even know what I would pair this with right now. I'm hopefully have some Firefight, Stevie's Collective Firefight. Randy, are you trying to completely distract me? 'Cause there's thunder in your heart. Every move is like lightning. It's the power you feel when you get your taste of the glory. There's a fire gonna start, and you know you're going under. We should watch Rad together, you guys. I mean, shut up, get out of here. I do have some 6 milligram Firefight. I did steal it from, well, you'll see. I stole this from somebody. Cheers. Let's try this. So I think Stevie's Collective Firefight and this Duvel is going to be, I'm going to have to write this down on the back of my little notepad that this was the best beer pairing of the year. I know it. I can sense it. I can see it coming. It's just beer burps. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a better beer pairing. They just complement each other so well. The citrus in the Duvel, the citrus in the beer. Pour it on my face. Bury me in vapor. I mean, bussin'. That's busting. It is busting. Logan, no worries. You can be late all you want. There's no I don't hand out demerits or anything like that. You're not going to get on a first level notification or anything. Hell yeah, beer. All right, well now we got a beer sort of coursing through our veins, and that's a good thing. We're going to keep this party going. I'll put you there, slide you there, put you there. We're going to keep this party going. Let's get into, I did see some super chats come in, and I would like to address them. Super chats. Let's get over to YouTube here. Appreciate those super chats, you guys. There's never any obligation, but it's always really very appreciated. Super chats are really the only way that I can ever make any money on YouTube. I don't make any AdSense money from YouTube. It's all super chats. And I don't have memberships on this channel because I don't want to. I feel pretty strongly against that. I feel like it's double dipping, and I don't like to double dip on people. I have a Patreon if anybody wants to monetarily support me, but I don't necessarily want to double dip and say, oh, you sign up for my Patreon and then it's going to cost you money on my YouTube as well. That seems weird to me. So there's no memberships, so the super chats are very appreciated. Very appreciated. Chef Seamus. That's right, folks. Here in the halls of human hatred, we've got some of your most inspired brethren. Genocidal maniacs who've carved their way through the history books straight into our hearts. I know the whole thing if you want me to do the whole thing. That's a Guar lyric. Thank you, Chef Seamus. I appreciate you. It's MTVD. Why is your shirt still on in the pit? I don't know. I don't follow my own rules. Shirts off in the pit. Shirts off in the pit. I don't know where that came from. I don't know why I started saying shirts off in the pit. I must have copied a band. I must have seen a band at some point who shouted shirts off in the pit, shirts off in the pit. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm not clever enough to think of that by myself. Appreciate you, Shamoose. Zebra Vapes. I thought I would update my finger drill situation from last week. Okay, yeah. Drill press, right? You got your finger in a drill. Managed to rip half the stitches and had to have it stitched again. But I can now build any vape with one hand. Suck that, bench drill. Yeah. Suck that, bench drill. You trying to hurt my boy Zebra Vapes? That's messed up. I'd love to see building with one hand. I couldn't, when I broke my finger and I had a big cast on, I felt the most useless of all useless things that has ever been a useless thing. I couldn't build anything. I couldn't re-wick anything. I didn't have like half my dexterity. It's impressive. Fuck that drill bench. Georgia boy. Aye, Georgia boy. Bro. Georgia boy gaming. I love you, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate you, bro. You're one of the good ones. Everybody go find Georgia Boy over on Twitch. Watch him play some video games. It's good times. Raw Chuck, hope everyone's doing well. Love you, man. Raw Chuck. I'm doing pretty well, man. I hope you're doing awesome. I hope you're doing pretty well. Hey, I love you too. Raw Chuck. Nice. Fishy. See, Fishy says possibly going to be replay crew this week. Bowie, this is Pupper, just had surgery today. Me and the roommates are tending to him. May pop in when I can. Happy MTVD to everyone. Hell yeah. Love, fist bumps, blowing clouds, more seatbelt. The more seatbelt you have, the safer you are. Everybody knows it. Holden. Yo, single coil RTAs are my jam. And the lethal is my all-time favorite. But I finally get to try the T-Fun GT4. Let's go. Hell yeah. The Typhoon is going to ruin you. The Typhoon's going to ruin you for a lot of single coil RTAs. Just as a general sort of heads up. It's really good. It is really a stellar RTA, man. Nicely done, Holden. Appreciate you. Chubs. Boro/bridge/IAO with wide open airflow RDA style. I think the most you're going to find in any Boro bridge RBA for an AIO, for a billet box or a dot, I think the biggest airflow available is 4 millimeters. Ooh, pardon me. Yeah. I think 4 millimeters is the biggest you can go. In my iMob, I have a 4 millimeter right now. In my Mission Orbit, I have a 4 millimeter right now. I always try to run the biggest that I can, and 4 millimeter for that same reason. I want a big open airflow. I want as big open of an airflow as you can get on a Boro, and I always go for 4 millimeter. I don't know if anybody makes a 4.5 millimeter. Maybe the chat would know more than me. Yeah, anything Monarchy goes to 4 millimeters. I know the Pioneer opens up to 4 millimeters. I'm racking my brain. I'll try to come up with something better. I'll try to come up with something better. Frank, yo, Nick, happy MTVD. My first RDA was the Geek Vape Baron. Wait. The Geek Vape Baron RDA. That does not sound familiar at all to me. Yeah, it's one of those things. I thought I had a good grip of the vape space. I felt like I tried most everything. Oh, here we go, Baron. Except I can't put that on the screen because it's got a web address. So we keep searching. You don't have a web address. This is the Baron. That's the Baron, multifunctional and adjustable airflow. One-piece top cap with retaining ring preventing leakage, resin drip tip and PMMA drip tip. I wanted a better look at the deck. What does the deck look like? The Baron RDA. Can't say I've tried one. Honestly, can't say I've tried one. Here's a Baron. Oh, just a 2-post banger. They're close together, though. They're close together. They're close together. That's good. That's cool. Oh, that's a good RDA. That's a good first RDA. My first RDA was the iGo. The iGo L. I think it was the iGo L. Let me see if I can see if there's images of this. Yeah. iGo L for days. This is exactly what it looked like. Except that has a web address on it. Do you? No, you don't. iGo L. Look at that 3-post. Look at those tight airflow holes. The iGo L was the reason that people started drilling out their airflow holes. And I even bought a hand drill that I thought I would be able to drill through those iGo L holes. They cannot. They could not. Couldn't possibly. Okay, I need to get rid of you real quick. Appreciate you, Frank. Appreciate you, man. Chubbs. Oh, for real? Bet. I love you, Nick. Hey, I love you too. Chubbs, I don't know if I helped or anything, but I'm happy to get the super chat. Musing, flat pack furniture should be banned. You know what? No. You mean like IKEA? I love IKEA. Most of this room was constructed with IKEA. This Billy cabinet over here, go Google IKEA Billy cabinet. That's what I have over here, flat pack furniture. My whole storage containment unit back here is IKEA, built it myself. Here's the thing. I don't want it banned. I don't want anything banned. There's not a lot of things that I can think of that I would go, yeah, we should ban that. I don't think that banning things does anything. And I know you're just being, well, that should be banned. But realistically, no, it shouldn't be banned. You should just have the option to use it or not. That's what I say. Oh, Holden, you're a jerk. That's too nice. That's too nice, Holden. I'm going to throw this up on the screen. You want to see something crazy? Just because you're the man, Nick, I appreciate everything you've done for me and the vape community. Holden, bro, dude, thank you. Thank you. Really, very much. I don't know that I'm the man. I'm certainly a man, and I'm just, I'm just here to help the vape community. That's all. That's all I've really ever cared about is the vape community. Because when I started vaping and I got into the vape community, everyone was so dope and so helpful and so just willing to give you the shirt off their back. We share liquid mixing and we share coil building, and everyone just so gracious and generous. I thought, we need to preserve this. We need that vibe to continue through the vape community. And I've been trying to keep the spirit of that vape community, my first vape community, alive, here in the GrimmGreen sphere. So thank you, Holden. I really appreciate that, man. You didn't have to, but that's cool as fuck, bro. Thank you. I owe you one. I'm going to try to track down that lethal RDA. I'll just send it to you. If I can find a lethal, or the RTA, the lethal RTA. You got it. Corbin, Yo, I love everything you do and stand for, Grimm. Also, hi, J Money. Good work getting that job once again. Hell yeah, J Money Landshark. J Money Landshark is now a gainfully employed human being, and I love that for him. It just makes me stoked. Just makes me stoked. You know, it's like your wins are my wins. If you guys are stoked, I'm stoked. If you're like, I'm looking for a job, I'll say, I hope you find a job. When you get that job, I'm going to be stoked. Your wins are my wins, you guys. Tim, appreciate you, Corbin. Thank you. Tim T-Bolt, watching the vlog crew checking in. Arnie, Gunny, Hippo, Jason, Jeremy M, J Money Landshark, and Mallory all watching the vlog. I love this. I love this, you guys. I hope that someone in that Discord hangs is prolifically using the light sound. Just every once in a while, someone, maybe Mallory, could just hit that, the light. Just let everybody know that the Shadow Man's still around and it might be Slater. Just let everybody know that the Shadow Man's still around and it might be Slater. It might be Slater. Hey, yo. Hey, yeah. Fucking J Money Landshark, listen, he's a hell of a guy. The vlog watching crew, hell of a group of people right there. But what I want to get into right now that we did that, this is just for show. I'm not really marking anything. We're going to get into what I've been vaping. We're going to talk about a few things I've been vaping. I hope this is the correct one. If not, I apologize. But right now, I think we're checking in with the whole team except for Driving Guy. I think we're checking in with the whole team. So I'm going to throw it right now to Kitchen Guy.
What I've been vaping.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Kitchen Guy here, and thankfully, this is a thankfully thing. Thankfully, Kitchen Guy only has a few things out here. That kind of implies that there's the existence of a living room guy, which means there's been a little bit more, relaxing and not working going on. And this is a good thing. This is good for everybody's mental health, everybody's sanity, everybody's anxiety. So let's talk about what we got out here. It's just the Cross 4 Nano thing guy. The Vaporesso Cross Pods just vape spectacularly. We're creeping up on 1,500 puffs right now. Still feels new. I did end up moving the Mob, the iMob, the new iMob from Monarchy, which is going to get a review, into this 3D printed banger from Infinite Ohm, which is also eventually going to get a review. The liquid on the inside is Stevie's Collective Banana Leaf, 6 milligram. Bussin'. I even said it right that time. I mean, and I really like that iMob. I think I really want to review that thing. The last thing I have out here, the last thing, it's only in a scent kit with an OG original recipe recoil with a matchy pink crispy cap and a matchy pink display, and it's the pink and the black, and I just love it. On Tuesday on Twitch, on the fiddle, I did a, deliberate liquid tasting. It wasn't a random liquid tasting. It was a very deliberate liquid tasting, and it was the Juice Head Blueberry Lemon, and it's everything, literally everything I wanted it to be. It's a little lemonade-y, but it's also a little bit powdery, if that makes sense. Like this is a blueberry lemon Pez candy. Get out of here. That is straight up delicious. My live stream viewers on Tuesday had some very, very mixed opinions about Juice Head as a whole, but I think they all kind of, came to the consensus that this one was one of the good ones. Apparently there's another one that's like a peach one that's a good one. I don't know. I really like this blueberry lemon. This is the first Juice Head I've ever tried, and it makes me want to track down and try all the other Juice Heads. Our time was too short this week. But the shorter that our time is, Kitchen Guy and you, just know that that's better as a whole for all of GrimmGreen Industries. So right now, I'm gonna throw it to Captain relaxing on the couch. It's Couch Guy. You know, actually, you know what's kind of messed up about me? Hey, what's up? It's Living Room Couch Guy here. Look how relaxed I look. Look how non-anxiety filled I look. Trust me that when I say that this is good for everybody. And the worst thing of all, the big secret I've been keeping from everybody, this isn't even my spot on the couch. It's not. It used to be. I used to sit over there on the couch, but this is technically my wife's spot on the couch. I sit over there that you can't see on the couch, but that's fine. The jig is up and I'm just sitting in my wife's spot on the couch. But the reality is I have a few pretty rad vapes out here. There's a pod. It's a Cross 4. I named the Cross 4 pod of the year. So, you know, obviously I stand by that. I use it like crazy. I think it's deserving of that title. Yeah, it's just good. It literally never lets me down. Another mouth to lung? Dude, speaking of never letting me down, this is the Dead Rabbit MTL RTA version 2 sitting on top of, I don't know, it's the Mystery Dubai mod. 6 milligram. Firefight is in here from Stevie's Collective. Get out of here. Not 6 milligram. Hi, sorry. Ha! He sent me 12 milligram. 12 milligram Firefight in here. Amazing. Weak inhale, weak ghost. Pow, it's the Vupu Vinci 220. It's a dual 18650 version of the sparkly Vinci mod. It's got a much better screen. I've just been trying to put miles on this thing. I like the PNPX coil heads. I like the whatever, you know, what do they call this tank? PNPX. They have a dumb name for it. I've just been trying to put some miles on this. I want to review it, but there's not a chance I'm going to review it with like 40 puffs on it. Thankfully, it's been pretty easy to put some miles on this because it's loaded up with a Jake Scrapwood key lime pie that is just tasty. I just built this on Tuesday and I can't taste, I can't place the liquid that's in here. But this is the Stokrata. The Stock RTA is just a short little RTA. I got it sitting on the Parsons right now, which is gunmetal, which I wish with all of my wishes that this was not a gunmetal stubby or a gunmetal Parsons, but here we are. What liquid is this? I can't place it. Can't place it. Can't place it even a little bit. Oh! Nana's House. Twisted Timmy's Nana House. There it is. I started tasting banana and I thought, wait, what banana am I vaping? Sorry. It's Twisted Timmy. It's Nana's House. It's freaking delicious. That's what Living Room Couch Guy has. And I know ahead of time. I'm not even going to do the, what's that? What's happening? I'm going to throw it straight up to earlier this morning, Walking Guy. Just dog walking guy checking in on this very cloudy morning. I actually brought two things out on the dog walk today. We have the Oxva Slim Go for, you know, hands-free walking, chilling, vaping, but just because it's been vaping seemingly so well recently, yeah, it's the LVE Orion V2 with the RBA base, Stevie's Collective Firefight, 6 milligrams on the inside. Can't explain it. It's just been scratching me right where I itch. It's delicious. And you know, as I say, morning walk vapes are kind of my favorite vapes. So let's throw it back to the champion in the office. It's Office Guy. Take it away there, Office Guy. Champion. Thanks, morning walking the dog guy who always mysteriously steals my vapes. That's fine. I have a pod. It's the Nexlim. Listen, there's a Nexlim review coming within the next few days. I'm just doing a bunch of science on it because it's a dual mesh pod, and I didn't do this dual mesh pod justice in the review, and that upsets me. So I want to do this dual mesh pod justice in the review. I don't know how it works. I didn't know how either of them works, but I've done some science on this to see, you know, to try to get a hypothesis about how it works. But you know, it's guava jelly. It's in boost mode and it's guava jelly and it's busting. Probably my favorite setup on the desk, the one that I'm constantly reaching for. I can't even. It's the Clutch X18. I wish I had a Clutch X18 in not black. I wish I had a stainless or a naked X18 because the Jaka, I don't know, is ever going to leave this. It's the Jaka with the upgrade kit, meshed out airflow, 3/4 turn on top. This is the best that the Jaka has ever been. Twisted Timmy's Sacred Seals inside. My God. My God, that's a good vape. Dual coil, Sacred Seals, peanut butter. So that's what I reach for like 99% of the time. This has also been getting a lot of use. We did this as a retro vape weeks ago, but it's the Raiden with the Churchill RDA on top, RTA on top. The airflow's a little bit sharp, but otherwise, busting. That is rockin' good flavor. Honestly, pretty rockin' good airflow. I've noticed the Raiden, though, gave me voltage drop for the first time. I was using an older cell on the inside, and I was trying to run. It was like a 0.2 at 50 watts. It wasn't anything too crazy, but it was giving me some voltage drop. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that voltage drop. Let's see, what else have I been reaching for? Every time I set up the Steam Crave Aromomizer Plus V2 RDTA with the series deck on the inside, I just end up loving the ever-loving love out of it. It is so good. Sully's from FDH is on the inside. Cherry Lime Ricky. It was one of my favorite liquids of the year. Did a whole video about it. Awesome. It's on the Overkill right now. I've been swapping it around to a bunch of my different series mods because I don't get to use my series mods that often. So when I do have a series topper going, I try to rotate out all of my favorite series devices. I got a series Titan back there that's next, but right now it's the Overkill 3D printed sort of glitteriness. I don't know if you can see the glitteriness happening in there, but it's a cool device. It's a cool design. It's a dual 21700 series. Fuck normal. Hell yeah, fuck normal. Vape a brick, bro. Just vape it. Shut up. Shut up, that's delicious. Anthony Ramella. He's a hell of a fella. Hell yeah, Anthony Ramella. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you too. This I've been reaching for a lot because of the liquid on the inside. It's the Blaze Rada on top of the UL Soulkeeper, which I'll say this right now, said it 1,000 times. The Soulkeeper rules, and it's a really underrated like semi-mech, and I just love it. I can't get enough of the Soulkeeper. The Blaze. The newest Blaze Rada is on the top there. Coconut sticky rice on the inside. Nomi. Nom nom. I say Nomi, but it's actually nom nom. And I guess really like the last thing I've really been going ham on, I just uploaded a review for it. It's the Vortex RDA on top of the Odin 2 with Milky Peach Gummy on the inside. The very, very last. Look how much is left. Freaking nothing. Of my Milky Peach Gummy, I've just been dripping it. I'm going to drip this until it's empty because the Vortex rules. And the flavor on it is like surprisingly good. Will! Oh, wait, that needs to be way louder. Will!
The light.
The Will. That's Will from Steel Valley Vapors in Ohio, the best vape shop in Ohio, critically rated as the best vape shop in Ohio. I can't get enough of this RDA, man. I just can't. Let's try that with some beer, huh? Yeah, Milky Peach Gummy. Yeah, okay. It's a perfectly fine beer pairing. Perfectly okay. You guys don't believe me that too smooth is a thing, but I'm going to stick to my guns, and I say that too smooth is a thing. The Shift sub-tank is too smooth, and I think the new Bonza is too smooth. I think they're both too GD smooth. That's kind of it. You know, like that's what I've really been going after and grabbing for. I do have the dot amp set up with just a coil head in here, and it's been fine, but I haven't been... I got 6 milligram Firefight in here. I got 6 milligram Firefight in the Orion 2 RBA, and I tend to lean towards the Orion 2 RBA for flavor, for hand feel. This is nice, but I'd like to get something rebuildable in here to, I don't know if that really would change anything. It's still really good. It's still really good. I don't have a way to hold this yet. I end up holding it like this. And it's nice. And it's a nice size. It's just not my favorite dot compatible AIO I've had. Otherwise, look, there's a few other things on my desk that most likely need to be re-wicked and cleaned out. I have a few other pods I've been testing, but the one I've really been testing is the Neck Slim. But that's it for me. Like, that's what I've been vaping. But really... the best part is what you guys have been vaping. America, this is you. Since YouTube never dings me on that, we're going to play it again. America, this is you. That's right. It's Assignment America time. It's Assignment Planet Globe time. And the first one we're starting out with, I'm not exactly sure how to say this person's name. Adhan. Adhan. Adhan comes to us from Malaysia. Adhan. Malaysia. Popping in from Malaysia saying, I've been following your YouTube channel and it has been great that you stand for vaping and provide informative news for us. 2024, it's been a great year. There's lots of challenges going through, but I'm officially 4 years cigarette free. 4 years, and you've got a clear like color vibe going, which I love. Add-on goes on to say, this might be our final days of vaping because our Malaysian government has implemented Act 852, the Control of Smoking Products for Public Health Act 2024, since October 2024, which summarizes basically no vape marketing on any social media in Malaysia, no graphics on packaging or e-liquids, just text. Tax implementation on vape products, maximum of 15 mils of liquid bottles starting in April 2025, which kind of sucks. Yeah. It's not worse than the TPD, but it's kind of just as bad as the TPT. And max 3 mil in a disposable for only 12,000 puffs. Why though? Why do they do that? Okay. Anyway, I hope there will be a revision after this implementation because I support this harm reduction, but things ruined this industry in my country and we are only the misuse of THC liquids among minors and adults, which being portrayed as vaping. Oh, look, you guys have your very own Ivali going on over there, except no kids are dying. They say that they're doing that classic, well, these can be hacked. You can put anything in there. You can put THC in there, and that's worse. So the potential that exists, we definitely need to ban it. We definitely need to ban it. But look, I believe that's a Raga. Are you seeing this, Metal Morrissey? Oh no, that's the Nevox. Okay, that's the Nevox Bellado. That's a nitrous next to it. I don't know what's inside. I don't know what the TRML is in the middle with the blaze, but that looks sick. Red and white all over the place. Robert's telling me that the TML is similar to a hexome. So it's like adjust it to taste. There's like a little dial. I could see that. I love those types of devices though. I love those types of devices. There's also there's actual billet box with the Nevox bridge in it, which is interesting. And then lastly on the end, is that the Raga? No, I don't think that's the Raga. I don't know what's on the end there. I really don't. I don't know what's on the end there. Anybody help me out? I don't know what's on the end there. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with that AIO. But thank you, Ben. Thank you, Adhan. I appreciate you, dude. Doc, all those look good. All those look good. Ben M. Good old Ben M. over there in Australia, keeping it real. He says, sending in my assignment planet globe from the land of prohibition. Western Australia. Perth, Western Australia. Been a fan and a proud member of the replay crew for 2 years now, and I try to get on live when I can. Also Bogan, of course, being a fellow Bogan myself and a proud cool kid for a few months. Now love the vape community. Picked up a vape after 15 years of cigarettes, and 2 weeks later, fully down for the cause. Being in Australia is hard, but we are a tight-knit community here. Photo of my regular rotation includes the Vupu Drag X. It was the first thing I ever bought, and it still gets regular use as a sentimental, yep, as it is sentimental. Sending love, keep up all you do. Hashtag put it on the clutch, hashtag powerbomb the world. Hell yeah, hashtag powerbomb the world, Ben. Lost Vape Squonky there with Waffle. I can't keep this on the screen too long. There's a QR code there, so I'm going to kind of put this off to the side just a little bit right there. Okay. Yep, drag. Not sure what the liquid with the crazy hog on it is. Vaporesso Cross 4. Geek Vape with a sub-tank on it. Anarchist. I don't know what Anarchist liquid that is. Anarchist White. Apex. Zion is claiming that this is the Apex AIO on the end there. I don't know enough about Zion or the Apex AIO. Let's see. Does his story check out? Is that what this looks like? The Apex? Oh, yep. It's got that same dit. It's got the same little divot right there. Same little divot in the back. That appears to be an Apex. Absolutely nice. Nicely done. Good eye. Good eye, Zion. Good eye. I would not have guessed that. But wait, there's a better one from Ben that shows like, yeah, there it is. Just watching the vlog, just watching GrimmGreen, that's fine. I definitely always support that. Gunny, where's Gunny at? Where's Gunny? Mech Mod celebration with some JMW liquids. The Clutch X18 with the Jaka RTA. Hell yes. Hell yeah. Clutch X18 with a Jaka is just a banger. You have good taste there, Gunny. Defiant Designs Mech Squonk with a dual coil nitrous. Hope you and especially Pickle are well. Very appreciate that, Gunny. We got Brazzle, the Moon, Succulents. All of those look delicious. But you know, I'm partial to that Clutch X18 with the Jaka on top. I mean, it's so much better than cigarettes. It's not even funny. It's not even if cigarette smokers knew what they were missing out on, they'd all switch. They'd all switch today. They'd all switch literally right now. As we talk about things I've been vaping. Robert, where's Robert at? Where the heck ass is Robert's email? I know Robert sent me an email. Hey, I found it. Here are my dailies. Hexome V2 with the drop RDA on top. Dead front and center. Stubby DNA 60T with the Ether V2. And then a Lost Vape Centaurus with the Rich Vapors Club Creations Domestic Burt. I've never heard of that RDA. That's the RDA that's on top right there. That's the RDA. Oh, come on. Why is the Twitch chat? What? I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why it's doing that. The emotes are messing me up here. That RDA up there, that guy. I don't know. Apparently, that is the Rich Vapors Crib Creations Domestic Burt. It looks fascinating enough that I want to try it immediately, Robert. But hey, appreciate you. We also have some video, believe it or not. Abdullah writes to us and says, Ayo, listen to this crackle, my boy. Both running the Unknown Glitch. The gray mod is the Unknown BMM Borat R collab, and the other is the Unknown Hussar Lore collab. Crackle Nation all day. Wait till you hear this crackle. Just wait. Wait till you hear this crackle. Why is it loading it sideways? Because my computer hates me. You hear that? Hang on. Did you hear this? Wait, did you hear this? Abdullah. I mean, that's crackle for days. That's crackle for years. That's better crackle than I've ever... Just stop it, Abdullah. That's crackle. That is, John, right? That is rippin' crackle. That is rippin' crackle. Well, that's Assignment Planet Globe. If you guys out there would like to see your vapes, videos, I love them. Pictures, I love them still. Send them over to me. Nick@GrimmGreen.com. Just mark your subject, Assignment Planet Globe. Chances are I'll see the attachment. It'll get downloaded, filed, used accordingly on this here live stream, but send them over, man. Send them over. I love seeing people's setups. I just love seeing what people are vaping. As long as you don't send me a hand check with a pack of cigarettes, we'll be just good. We'll be just fine. Yeah, the crackle, I'm going to add that as a sound. I'm going to add that as a sound in my Discord. The biggest crackle that I have right now, I don't know where it is. It's got to be Kitchen Guy has to have it. I do have a crackler going. It was the Breeze Tones coils. It was whatever we built. It's the RTA. It's that RTA. It's the you know, Stockrita, the stock RTA. That's my biggest crackle at the moment. But I wanted to just take a second here to call out two people, Smoke and Steam and Mike. Smoke and Steam and Mike are, I just want to shout them out. You guys rule. You guys are great. You guys are huge supporters of this channel. You're huge supporters of me. You like and comment all my videos. Smoke and Steam always has a comment about everything I upload, and I just really appreciate that. And Mike T, you always like my videos. You always leave a comment. I just wanted to call you guys out and say thank you. I'm not sure if you watch the live vlogs, but I want to shout out Smoke and Steam and Celtic Commander for just thank you. You know, just thank you. Thank you for being awesome. And then we got Metal Morrissey. Squonking sucks. Yeah, I know. Squonking sucks, Metal Morrissey. Squonking sucks. And I think that's it. I got called out for using some teen slang. Said my soul cringes every time out of my body, every time a 40-plus-year-old uses teenager slang. So creepy. Yeah. Busting. That's busting. That was a busting comment. No cap. Thank you. Appreciate you. Fucking skibbity out of here, you know? I don't know. And I guess I feel the same way about it that my parents felt about it in the 90s when I heard my mom say rad, and I went, you don't get to say that. Why are you saying that? You don't get to say that. That's my word. That's our word. We say rad. You say neato or whatever you said in the 1950s when you were growing up. You know? Okay. Well, I think that's all I got for that. Assignment America. Would anybody like to sing Happy Birthday? Maybe, would anybody like to sing Happy Birthday? But first, hang on. We got some birthdays. If there's some birthdays in the chat, throw them up there. Shout them out. Steve-O's... my community has never been more divided. What's funny is I can hear Steve-O saying that, but also like doing an impression of Metal Morrissey at the same time. Like Steve-O just saying, Metal Morrissey sucks. That's funny. That's funny, you guys. And hey, you know what? I'm going to use this moment right now before we... I want to shout out my Patreon. I do have a Patreon. It's Patreon GrimmGreen. You get access to a super secret Instagram account where I do live streams and giveaways. You get access to my paid Discord, which is, I don't know, one of the raddest groups of people in the history of rad groups of people. But I found an old meme. I found an old meme online that I think captures my Patreon really well. This captures the vibe and spirit of my Patreon really well. Everybody watch this 1 minute video and you will know what it's like. Will Colburn's boy. What's your boy's name? I'm going to call him the son of Steel Valley. If that's okay. Plus, it's kind of a cool metal name, like the son of Steel Valley. You could... This is my Patreon in a nutshell.
Seymour. Yo. I made you a sandwich. You made me a sandwich? Oh. Yeah. You made me a sandwich. Yeah, it's right out here. It's ready to go. Can I see? Yeah, come on, look.
I got you, Simeo.
You made that for me? Yeah, that's for you. Can I take a bite? Take a fucking bite, man. That's fucking delicious, dog. Oh yeah. I fucking love you, dude. That's for you, man. I fucking love you, man. I love you.
That's my Patreon. That's my Patreon. Like encapsulated in an old meme format. That's my Patreon. I saw that video and I thought that's my Patreon. That's my Patreon. That's it. That's what we do. I fucking love you, man. I made that for you. You made me a sandwich? Yeah, dog. Fucking eat that shit. It's fucking delicious, bro. Fucking love you, man. That's it. That's my Patreon. Times 1,000. Times 100. That's it. I love this group of people. They're spectacular. And I know that any one of them, if we were hanging out, would come out of the kitchen and just go, hey, I made you a sandwich, bro. Be like, you made me a sandwich? That's it. The The sandwich had Miracle Whip on it. Okay, if I'm being honest, there's a little bit of a condiment war being had in my Patreon right now. There's the mayonnaise people versus the Miracle Whip people. And the Miracle Whip people have all banded together as like Team Miracle Whip. They call themselves the Miracle Whippers. Team Mayo, we're not really super organized because we know that we're right. It's like, hi, Duke's mayonnaise. Do I need to say anything else? Duke's mayonnaise. So look, there's a little bit of a condiment war going on, but I'd love it if you join my Patreon. There's no obligation, but I'd love it if you join my Patreon. As long as you're that vibe, as long as you're like, oh, I'll make you a sandwich, bro. It's the vibe I like. Like-minded people. I love it. Thank you, Compassionate Cucumbers. Thank you. Yeah, that and egg salad sandwiches. That or egg salad sandwiches. Glacier's on Team Miracle Whip. J Money Landshark, hell yeah, Team Mayo. Team Mayo. Seamus, thank you. And this is coming from a chef. He's a chef. Team Mayo doesn't need to do anything. We win by default. Nobody ever chooses Miracle Whip. Listen, I'm not trying to be insensitive to the Miracle Whip people. I respect your rights to enjoy Miracle Whip on whatever level you want. If you really like Miracle Whip, like really, really like it, like it, then that's fine. In the GrimmGreen Patreon, you have the freedom to do that. You have the freedom to love Miracle Whip, but you might get slightly ridiculed for it. So, okay, arguably, here's the thing. You have access to salad cream, which I don't have access to salad cream as an American, really. I don't have regular access to salad cream. I've heard that salad cream is the superior condiment. I've heard that it's the superior condiment. I've heard it beats Miracle Whip and mayonnaise. The last time I was in the UK, and I know that you're in Australia, the last time I was in the UK, I was trying to track down some salad cream. Couldn't salad cream. Couldn't find it anywhere. Couldn't get it. I really want to try it. I really want to try salad cream. Look, if you're going to talk about Kewpie mayo, yes. If you're going to talk about Blue Bonnet mayo, yes. If you're going to talk about the best mayonnaise that has ever existed as a condiment, it's Duke's. From the second that I had Duke's mayo on a sandwich, I thought, that's it. I'm not eating any other mayo. I'm just not. I use Kewpie for, sushi things, sushi-related things, but for sandwiches and for dipping, it's Duke's. If I could get this vlog sponsored by Duke's Mayo, you know how bomb that would be? I would feel like I was part of something like Duke's Mayo. It's like I hold it in such high regard now after I learned about Duke's. Woo! Duke's Mayo. Get out of here. That rules. All right. Let's sing happy birthday, you guys. I want to sing happy birthday to the birthday people. Heinz salad cream? Really, Paulev? Well, you're British. You're a Brit, so you would know a good salad cream. You tell me I can just go to Heinz, get the Heinz salad cream? Is this something I can Amazon myself? Yep. Okay. Amazon Heinz salad cream. All they have on Amazon is, wait, original. I'm like, I don't want, if I'm going to taste salad cream for the first time, it's not going to be the 30% less fat version. Maybe I'll taste that later, but for right now, we're going to eat the, I'm adding it to my cart. I got a cart going right now that's salad cream, one Philips Hue bulb, a machete, and LED light bulbs that look like they have fire in them. That's my Amazon cart. That's fine. I just slowly build Amazon carts till I go, yes, now we order all the fun stuff. Duke's. Larry, I'm going to just go ahead and say yes. There's a big difference between Duke's and Hellman's. There's a big difference between Duke's and Blue Bonnet, honestly. There's a big difference between Duke's and Blue Bonnet. And Kraft, after having Blue Bonnet, after having Duke's, after having Kewpie, Kraft mayo, it's like, that's the face I give it. Even though I walk by it in the grocery store, I see Kraft mayo, I'm like, you lied to me. you, there's better mayos than you. Yeah, a machete. Well, home defense, right? Home defense. The machete is for home defense. I like sharp things for home defense. I have plenty of swords, knives. We got talking about machetes, and before you know it, there's a machete in my Amazon cart. So I'm going to sing happy birthday, you guys. I hope I'm getting everybody in here, but I want to sing happy birthday to the birthday people because I like birthdays. It's not that every birthday is like extraordinarily important, but I feel like on your birthday, it's your birthday. You were brought into this world on this day. And I think that's something worth celebrating, I think that's worth celebrating. Yeah, I guess we're going long, Trey. So we're singing happy birthday to Brian's Tech tonight, Butta Squad, Casey Merton, J415, Q, Levi, Simeo, and Sons of Steel Valley. The Sons of Steel Valley. Never bring a machete to a gunfight? Maybe that's true, but I bet I could swing a machete and injure your hand hard enough that you couldn't pick up a gun. You know, close quarters, like if someone was, God forbid, actually breaking into my house, I'd give them a few words of warning and then you just come out swinging. I got a katana sword hidden behind the door. I will run you through, just right through your guts before you even get in my house, just straight through. Be like, oh, I'm sorry, was that your internal organs? Shunk shunk. I'm sorry, was that your lower intestine right there? It would be a shame if I like twisted this around in your guts. Anyway, sorry, that's gross. I'm channeling some guar there. Let's sing happy birthday. Taylor Craig? Taylor Craig? QHB's dad? No warning, no warning, just attack. No warning, just attack. Well, I feel like I want to give a warning. I'd like to scare the person into thinking about what they're actually doing. I imagine myself saying something like, I don't want your blood all over my house. Like, if I'm going to stab you with this and it's going to be fucking gross and there's going to be blood everywhere, your blood is going to be all over my house. That's what I want to say at people. Your blood's going to be all over my house, and I don't want that. I'd actually, my plan is to have a sword and a flashlight, shine it in their face, say something like, you're in a private residence and I don't want your blood all over my house, you know? Vaping with Vic's birthday today? I guess we can do that. You know, I got no issues with vaping with Vic. Other than he's vaping with Vic, you know? Vic's fine. Vic's cool. Every time I hang out with Vic at the vape show, it's really short. And you know, I feel like Vic is, if I had to sum up Vic in one word, vaping with Vic, it would be maybe he's just a little bit curmudgeon-y, you know? Maybe he's just a little bit curmudgeon-y. But I like Vic. I like Vic. Yeah, take one more step. Your blood will be all over my house. And I don't want to clean it up. And I don't want your stupid blood all over my house. And I'm not sure if you noticed the machete I'm holding. All right, let's sing happy birthday, you guys. Let's sing happy birthday. You guys all sing with me, right? Happy birthday to you, specifically happy birthday to also them. Happy birthday, dear Brian's Tech, also Butter Squad, also Casey Murtaugh, also Queen Honey Bunny's dad, also J415, also Q, also Levi, also Simeo, I see you in the chat. Also Taylor Craig. Also Vaping with Vic. And also the son of Steel Valley. And Amy Wagner. And Mark Cousins' birthday. Mark Cousin and Amy Wagner. Happy birthday to you. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. You know what to do. You skip around the room. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. You know what to do. You skip around the freaking room. Here, I'll drink to that. Happy birthday, you guys. Cheers. I hope you had a good day or you're about to have a good day. I appreciate a good birthday. What I'm not super into is, I've had some people in my life that, you know, oh, it's my birthday this week, so it's my birthday week. And I think that's not how this works. It's literally called a birthday. It's not called a birth week. It's not called a birth month. It's a birthday. I will forgive anything on a birthday. On your birthday, if you want to call out sick from work, stay home, play video games, watch porn, watch movies, drink beer, smoke weed, do whatever you want, eat fast food, chug soda, that's all allowed. On your birthday, you can literally do whatever you want. Not anything you want, but most anything within the confines of, you know, the rule of law, you can kind of get away with on your birthday, and you get a free pass from me. If someone emails me or DMs me and said, oh, on my birthday, I just, I sat on my couch and ate hot dogs all day, watched Star Wars. I'd be like, fucking, that sounds like a great birthday. That sounds awesome. Completely. You're kind of allowed to do whatever you want. Hell yeah, Mark, happy birthday. I don't know about genius vocal skills, but happy birthday to you. Listen, we're getting to the point. Let me check in on the super chats real quick. It's already 6:15. Looks like we might be running a little bit long. Ben! Oh, Ben! Moose Dale. At work, but also very important. Hi, J Money. Hashtag MTVD. I like that, like, J Money Landshark became the popular kid in my Patreon. I like that. Hi, J Money. I'm going to say hi to J Money now, too, because I feel cooler. Ben, appreciate you. Hashtag MTVD. Matthew, that's very gracious of you. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm going to have to do this now. Matthew says 25% Sacred Seal, 75% Nana's House is busting, and I want to vape that so bad. You say 25, 75? 25% Sacred Seal, 75% Nana's House is busting. All right, Matthew. All right. I'm gonna do this week, and I'm going to report back in the next vlog about how Sacred Nana's House went. What are we calling it? Sacred House? Nana's Seal? It's either Sacred House or Nana's Seal. I kind of like Sacred House. Sacred House sounds like a really expensive hipster, you know, gastro pub where you have to sit on stools and then they serve you your burger and it's, you know, it's like this tall with a spike through it. And they're like, enjoy your super mouth burger. And you're like, you know, why is this? I have a dozen eggs on top of it. It's like the world's most awful burger, and it costs you $37. That's what I think of when I think of Sacred House. Someone open that. That's $1 million idea. Corbin, it's very gracious. Grimm, if it's not too much or too late, don't forget us Discord Assignment Planet Globe people. Discord Assignment Planet Globe. Well, listen, I will get you next week. But I have been pillaging from the hand checks in the Discord, the hand checks and retro vapes in the Discord. I have been. I'll get you guys next week. Oh, Plebsy. See, Plebsy's got this though. I feel like I need to maybe at least share this from Plebsy. Bottled Violence Eggnog. The Toot Life Indonesia Grimm Army Skip Around the Room Hexome with a matchy purple recoil. All right, I promise. I promise I'll get you guys. I promise I'll get you guys, Corbin. Hungry Hippo. I'm just asking for a virtual e-slap at Duchess as he bullies me about ice cream and chocolate. Also, J-Money. Wait, I'm not e-slapping J-Money. I can e-slap Duchess all day long. All day long. All day long. No big deal. All day long. All day long. But J-Money, you know, listen, you sure you want to go after the popular kids like that, Hungry Hippo? Are you sure are you sure you want to? Duchess, can you leave Hungry Hippo alone? Can you leave him alone just for a little bit? Stop bullying him about ice cream and chocolate. I don't know exactly the details of the situation here, but can we just, come on now, be the sandwich guy. Duchess, be the sandwich guy. Jeremy M. Jeremy M just says J Money Landshark. That's all. You know, what else do you need to say? He's the prom king. It's J Money Landshark by a mile. Jeremy M. I appreciate you, Jeremy M. I hope you're doing awesome. We got Tim T-Bolt. Oh, I just have to say, freaking J Money Landshark. Yeah, Tim, of course, J Money Landshark, Tim, of course. Uh-oh, Gunny. My community has never been more divided. Gunny Wallen, he says, I hate J Money Landshark, just saying. Now, Gunny, listen, I don't want to, J Money Landshark, he's got like a squad now. He's got like a crew. You might get roughed up at recess, Gunny. You might get roughed up at recess. That's all I'm saying, That's all I'm saying. Hey, Gunny, appreciate you, bro. Hope you're doing awesome. Musing says, we are flooded in. Can't get in or out now. Critical alerts. We are going to run out of water because some infrastructure issues. No shit. Wait, Musing, you're in, Musing, I thought was in Belgium. Belgium inundated by floods early 2024. Dang, we're checking out the Brussels Times here. Belgium inundated by floods in early 2024. Belgium began 2024 with a spat of heavy rain downpours, which has left many parts of the country completely submerged by flooding. A few years after the deadly 2021 floods, which killed 43 people in Belgium, the country has been hit by massive flooding again, thankfully on a slightly smaller scale. Photographers on the ground, yeah, I mean, that's flooding. That's straight up flooding. That's flooding in Belgium. Old Chinny there. Yeah, flooding. Well, shit, I'm sorry to hear that, Musing. I hope you're okay. I hope all is well in Belgium. I don't want any flooding in Belgium. Damn. All right, well, I hope you're okay. I hope you're staying safe, I hope you're staying safe. Hope you're staying safe, man. That's all. And lastly, Drake. Journaling with y'all and BB. Hell yeah, Drake. Journal it up. I've started journaling for the first time in my life, really. When I was in my early 20s, I used to journal every single day because my brother journaled, and he kind of got me into journaling. And I'm always jealous of my brother's journals because he can go back and recall memories. He's like, oh, I remember when I was in 9th grade and I went to the cafeteria and this, that, and the other. And he's got it all journaled down. And I'm so jealous of that because my memory sucks. And I just don't have any historical records of my life really, other than this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is the biggest historical record of my life. But I've also started journaling recently. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing. White Tiger, hang on, we got to help White Tiger, you guys. I smoke 5 cigs a day. When it comes to vaping, what should I vape? White Tiger, if you can grab a pod system, if you can grab a Cross 4 and some good liquid, go for it. Honestly, any vape that isn't cigarettes, whatever the nearest available good vape for you, if you can track down a disposable, if you can track down a pod system with some good liquid, anything that you spot that you think might keep you off of cigarettes, go for it. No matter what it looks like. Pod system, disposable, anything. I'm thinking if you smoke 5 cigarettes a day, that seems like pod system category to me. It seems like pod system to me. White Tiger, I hope you find something you're looking for. I hope maybe the chat will help you out. Yeah, journaling's it's fun and I didn't realize, it can just be my thoughts and it's not for anybody but myself. No one's ever going to read these journals. It's just for me. I can write whatever I want. I can throw all my big feelings out onto paper, and it's pretty great. I think it's pretty great. Yeah, this is what I would say as well. Michael Redfern has some good advice. Try as many things as possible and find what works for you. Try as many things as possible. And remember that there's no wrong level of vaping. If you're vaping and you think, I'm vaping too much, you're most likely not. The perfect level of vaping is a level of vaping that doesn't make you crave traditional cigarettes. too much vaping just turns into a headache. Literally, nicotine just gives you a headache when you overindulge. There's no purpose, there's no point to overindulge in nicotine. It just gives you a headache. It just makes you nauseous. So don't get to that point, but vape enough so that you don't smoke cigarettes. That's the only, that's the benchmark. That's the only thing I care about. I don't care what's in your hand as long as it's not something combustible. Yes, then that's where just vape as much as you need. Vape as much as you need to not smoke cigarettes. What? Invincible is back? Oh my God, Apathy Miller, you just made my day. I love Invincible. I love Invincible. Oh, I can't. Oh, that. Okay. I'm going to go. We're going to go ahead and wrap this vlog up because I need to go watch the new season of Invincible literally right now. Okay. No, of course I'm joking. That does it for the super chats, and thank you. And I appreciate you guys. Well, I did. I sang to you, Butta. I sang to you, Butta Squad. We kind of just did birthdays. But I did sing to you. Happy birthday, Butta Squad. I hope it was a good one. Okay, well, now it's time to...
F the FDA.
Oh, also, we're going to get into some news real quick. Yeah, news and advocacy. I didn't include a what segment this week because I didn't write it down. But we're going to, I don't know, we'll roll that. Well, this is kind of into the what segment of stuff. You know how I hate AI and I'm terrified of AI, and there's billionaires that helped Elon Musk buy Twitter that are all about AI-powered surveillance drones 24/7 monitoring everything you do so that everybody can be on their best behavior. Larry Ellison, billionaire, running Oracle, who wants, like I said, cameras and AI-powered drones everywhere surveilling everybody all the time so that we're all on our best behavior. And I can't think of something more weird and dystopian than that. Except, I guess, for this guy spent 17 months in jail because an AI camera that the police were using misidentified him. Chris Gatlin spent 17 months in jail for a crime that an artificial intelligence program said he committed, only to be freed after the prosecutor learned there was no real evidence. A grainy surveillance photo of an assault on a suspect in St. Louis Metrolink led to a computer facial recognition program identifying Gatlin. That knock at the door, said in a phone interview, "It blew me away because I wasn't expecting it to be the police." Gatlin lives in Indiana. "It's really not right," he said, "to get accused of something that you know you didn't do." The first image popped up was of Chris, my client, and they took it and they ran with it and they said, "This is our guy," without doing any other investigation. Cops in Indiana are using AI to facially recognize people, and apparently you just go to jail. If an AI goes, "Yeah, that guy did it," the cops are like, "Oh, okay, we believe you. Let's come with me. You're going to jail." 17 months later, thank you. Finally, the prosecutor realized there was no actual evidence and the AI was wrong. It recognized the wrong person. So it looks like we're heading towards a like RoboCop style, constant surveillance, future dystopian society. I hope we're not, but I can't think of any other way to interpret that news. Yeah, that's a year and a half, bro. Could you imagine spending a year and a half? Is my mic skipping? Let me know if my mic is skipping. I'm sorry. If a human can't identify someone, there should be charges. I hope this case sets some precedent for turning our thinking over to machines and just trusting that artificial intelligence is IDing the right people who are doing the crimes. I hate everything about this. I hate everything about this, you know, literally everything about this. I don't argue with AI. I have argued with AI. And look, not all AI is stupid, but a lot of it is, you know, a lot of it is. And I got Kent, my AI, you know, I don't know, subject matter expert. I talk to Kent all the time about artificial intelligence, and he basically told me, like, just enjoy it while we can, you know, because this stuff isn't going to be public forever. We're not going to be able to create AI art forever. We're not going to be able to use ChatGPT forever. He said these are incredibly powerful tools that are in the hands of the public, and we should enjoy using them while we can. He said, because eventually it's all going to be taken away because it gives regular people too much power. And he said that the worst ways to use AI will probably be pursued the fastest and the soonest. So things like 24-hour constant AI-powered surveillance drones hovering over your house, that's the kind of thing that's going to be pursued first, unfortunately. So Kent has like this nihilistic attitude of it, of like, well, enjoy it while you can. Use these tools while you can because they're not going to be around forever. Look, I agree with that. Now, moving on to vape news. I want to shout out the Global Forum on Tobacco and Nicotine. GFN is doing a photo festival. They asked me to promote this. So the Global Forum on Nicotine is inviting artists to submit photos which showcase interpretations of the phrase tobacco harm reduction. THR gives people who smoke or cannot quit or stop using nicotine a choice to switch to a safer range of nicotine products containing products such as nicotine vapes, pouches, heated. We know all this. So, submissions must center around the theme of THR. Submitted photos will be original works created by entrants. Plagiarism is unauthorized. Use of copyrighted material. You may enter as many images as you wish, both published and unpublished works. We do not accept any images with logos, watermarks on the images. So, if you're a photographer or an artist in any way, take some pictures. What do you think? THR, what do you got to lose? The prize is $500 and you're going to get featured at the next Global Forum on Tobacco and Nicotine in wherever they do that. Warsaw, Poland, I believe is where they do that. Warsaw, Poland. I'm also going to promote this really quickly. It's the US Vape Consumer Survey. I just want everybody to do it. It's a really good thing. That's all I can say. It's a really, really, really good thing. Also, there is a petition to overturn the California Assembly Bill 3218 and Senate Bill 1230 on flavored vape products. It looks like, let me refresh this, 3,900, yeah. 3,987 verified signatures in California. Los Angeles has a population of 4 million people here in Los Angeles. So 3,000 might make a difference, but chances are 3,000 signatures might not make that big of a difference. There's also a petition in the UK. You want to see this? There's also a petition in the UK. This has been stuck at 965 signatures. I think all 965 signatures are from this live stream. There's a good chance of that. We may be tapped out on this. We may be tapped out. I don't see any other vapors on YouTube promoting this petition to the UK government and parliament, because the UK, while we're on the subject, is not going down the road that we want the UK to be going down. Read now from Clearing the Air. Pharmacists must not be criminalized for promoting vapes as a stop smoking aid. Pharmacists could find themselves on the wrong side of the law under tough new vaping restrictions. MPs in the UK have warned. The upcoming tobacco and vapes bill is set to ban advertising and sponsorship of all vape products and nicotine products, such as nicotine pouches, mirroring impactful restrictions on tobacco, according to the Department of Health and Social Care. But MPs have now called for these restrictions on promotion to be urgently clarified so pharmacists don't become criminalized for encouraging smokers to quit cigarettes using much safer vapes. So it sounds like they're going after anything that's promoting vaping in the UK. Advertising, Sponsorships of all vapes and other nicotine products, not allowed. And because of the way that the language is worded in the tobacco and vapes bill, pharmacists could find themselves doing illegal things by recommending vaping to someone who smokes cigarettes who walks into their pharmacy. That is crazy. Taxes are going to kill the UK liquids. I don't know what the UK is doing, man. I don't know why. They were such promoters of vaping as harm reduction. And I mean, I know why. It's Mike Bloomberg. It's an unelected rich guy. It's Mike Bloomberg using his greasy tentacles in the World Health Organization to drum up support for taxes and flavor bans in the UK. We saw this coming. We saw this coming, man. A few years ago, I gave a heads up. I said, UK, be careful. Mike Bloomberg is really cozying up to Bath University. And if you notice, all of the anti-vaping sentiments in the UK are coming directly out of Bath University. That's not a coincidence. That's Mike Bloomberg's unelected rich guy greasy tentacles getting into Bath University. It's upsetting. It's upsetting and it's wrong no matter what. But we're just going to have a pint and wait for all this to blow over. I do want to give a heads up to Canadians. Where are my Canadians at? Where are my Canadians at? I know you guys aren't super stoked on the US right now, and I'm sorry. There's a lot to unpack there. But Canadians, listen up. Do Canadian vapors know that Mark Carney, the next Canadian PM in waiting, is on the board of Bloomberg Philanthropies, one of the single largest funders of anti-vape advocacy and THR political influence across the globe? He's even endorsed by Mike Bloomberg himself. Do you realize how erect this is making Mike Bloomberg, knowing that he's going to have a Bloomberg Philanthropies board member being the Prime Minister of Canada? I'm not Canadian, but anybody who's Canadian cannot allow Mark Carney to become Prime Minister. Can't. Please don't. If Mark Carney becomes Prime Minister of Canada, vaping will be bye. Smell you later. Go away forever. Mike Bloomberg is going to be running your country. Mike Bloomberg is going to be running the tobacco control in Canada. So we can't let that happen. Feels like it's going to happen though, doesn't it? Feels like it's going to happen a little bit. Let me do this. Victor Chang Cardiac Research Institute in Australia, just one vape can release more nicotine into the body than smoking a whole pack of cigarettes and can even cause sudden cardiac arrest. It can't. I just want everybody to be very clear that vaping can't, physically and physiologically can't cause sudden cardiac arrest. Our proof is this one guy we found who told the Australian that vaping was bad. Oh, but look, hey, it's a community note. Exclusive vapors have the same cardiovascular risks / heart health biomarkers as non-users. What? AHA journals ain't working? What? AHA journals ain't working? Well, that's all true. That's all completely true. This is one of my favorite things about the worst platform on the internet, which is my favorite platform on the internet, which is Twitter X. Community notes. In fact, there's been another community note. Sure, the Victor Chang Cardiac Research Institute is quoting retracted studies by the American Heart Association. The Victor Chang Cardiac Research Institute in Australia is using retracted studies from the American Heart Association to claim that vaping causes heart attacks and sudden cardiac arrest. This is all make-believe. This is all from the land of make-believe. Vapes don't If vapes cause sudden cardiac arrest, you think that 80 million vapors across the globe might be experiencing heart issues? You think that millions of vapors in the US using disposable 50 milligram vapes might be experiencing some heart issues? It's crazy that people just say things. it's rampant on Twitter, rampant. People just say things and it's like, oh, breaking news. You're like, oh, okay. Well, what is it this time? Breaking news, some gibberish that's completely false with a picture that doesn't link to an article or a study or science or anything, trustworthy in any way. We just made it up. Studies show that some studies are complete tripe. And that's the problem, Breeze Tones, right? That's the problem with, again, unelected billionaires can use their money and influence to literally buy science. If anybody wants to go back on my YouTube, I did a series of videos, I think it was just 2 parts, of vaping's biggest enemy. That is still just as true today as it was when I did the video. I think it was 2018, 2017. 114 million vapors now worldwide. Yeah. So there's literally millions of us. There's literally millions of us. So we're going to turn our attention really quickly to... here it is. The light. See, here's the thing. I paused for a second and now I'm going to have to bio break. So let me go bio break and I promise I will be right back. Enjoy this advanced music from Grand Theft Auto 6. Hello. You know what I have to say? American Medical Association President Bruce A. Scott. I can't think of someone more untrustworthy in my eyes right now than American Medical Association Bruce A. Scott. This is their newest hogwash about flavored e-cigarettes pose a dire threat to youth and public health. Dire threat. This is it. Like, this is their last Hail Mary, it feels like. You can't convince everybody that vaping is a threat to youth and public health when youth vaping is dropping and cigarette smoking rates are plummeting, and youth cigarette smoking is at the lowest point in 25 years. Youth vaping is at the lowest point in 25 years. People are quitting smoking in droves, but the American Medical Association releases this article by the president. Bruce A. Scott cannot be trusted. Bruce A. Scott doesn't know, or, he either doesn't know or is being completely misleading. Like, deliberately misleading. Hang on. Let me find this right here. 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 Hang on. Ugh. Why don't I keep track of anything? Yeah, this one. This one right here. I'm saving this for 1 second. 1 second. Let's see what the American Medical Association has to say. The facts are clear. Tobacco products cause cancer. Not all of them. Not all of them. Only the ones you light on fire. His first sentence is misleading. Tobacco products cause cancer. Not all of them. Not all of them. Snus doesn't cause cancer. Oh, would you look at that? One example already of your first sentence being wrong. Overwhelming evidence demonstrates that multiple types of cancer are linked to tobacco products, including e-cigarettes. Including e-cigarettes. The American Medical Association is making the wild claim that e-cigarettes cause cancer. The longer that someone uses these products, the greater their health risk becomes. That's why it's critically important to prevent candy-flavored, fruit-flavored e-liquids from being marketed to young people, as evidence shows use of these addictive products are more likely to trigger long-term or lifetime use. Long-term or lifetime use. All right. Well, I'd like to show you this graphic right here. This is from the CDC, monitoring the future. Does this look like a lifetime use? I mean, are those... Hang on, I'm confused. I'm just a dumb idiot who's not the president of the American Medical Association. But I feel like if you're going to make a claim that once a youth starts vaping, that they're going to be hooked into a lifetime of use, then we need to see that reflected in the data we collect. And unfortunately, Bruce A. Scott, we're just not seeing that in the data that we've collected, because this to me looks like youth vaping and cigarette smoking are at all-time lows. In fact, it almost looks like youth cigarette smoking is being completely eliminated. I mean, almost completely eliminated. But that doesn't stop him. No, that doesn't stop him. A lot of this is boilerplate right here. A lot of this is boilerplate. They're talking about wages and white lion, right? The use of tobacco in various forms remains the leading national cause of preventable death. The use of... This is shocking to me that this is from the American Medical Association, and they refuse to differentiate between combustible products and non-combustible products. Non-combustible products have been around much longer than vaping. The American Medical Association has to be well aware of Sweden and snus, right? So it's not the use of tobacco products in various forms, it's combustible tobacco. That's all he needs to say. The use of combustible tobacco remains the nation's leading cause of preventable death. FDA just authorized Zins onto the market, saying they're appropriate for the protection of public health. So not all tobacco products are the leading cause of preventable death, but I think he's assuming that we're dumb as shit. That's what it feels like. American Medical Association President Bruce A. Scott. According to the CDC, it claims the lives of 1,300 Americans every single day. Yes, cigarette smoking does. Cigarette smoking does. Not vaping, not pouches, not snus, not heat not burn products, not NRTs. No nicotine gum causes cancer. No nicotine patch causes cancer. No nicotine pouch causes cancer. No nicotine vape causes cancer. But then he sort of doubles down and says, as an ear, nose, and throat surgeon in Louisville for more than 30 years, I've seen up close the devastating damage that cigarettes and e-cigarettes cause. Mouth and throat cancers that too often change lives forever and prematurely. He's making the claim based on make-believe that e-cigarettes cause mouth and throat cancers. cause them. If this was my ENT, my ear, nose, and throat doctor, I would report him for malpractice. My ear, nose, and throat doctor looked down my throat with a camera and said he couldn't tell that I ever smoked cigarettes. And I said, well, I've been vaping for the last 14 years. And he said, but no cigarettes, right? And I said, no cigarettes in 14 years. And he said, I can't even tell by looking down your throat with a camera that you actually ever smoked cigarettes in the first place. But here we have the fucking president of the American Medical Association making the wild claim that e-cigarettes cause mouth and throat cancers. Cause mouth and throat cancers. He's really upset that we have Chewy Cloud Sour Grape and Killer Custard Blueberry. That seems to upset him really bad. Vapetasia Pink Lemonade would never be for an adult. Adults don't like pink. Adults don't like lemonade. Do these sound like products targeted to help current adult smokers quit or attempts to youth start vaping? They're literally only for adults. And you can say as much as you want that these are for youths and big tobacco is trying to entice youths. And if they are, they're doing a really shit job of it. Like a really garbage ass shit job of it because, as we've seen, do I need to get the chart out again? Youth vaping and smoking are at the lowest levels in 25 years. Just CDC data alone proves that Bruce A. Scott, the president of the American Medical Association, is just dead wrong. Just wrong. I don't know other way to put it. He's just wrong. They don't get into a lifetime of nicotine addiction because CDC data shows that they don't. Monitoring the Future data shows that they don't. In fact, I don't want to give the AMA website any more screen time than they possibly could. But look at this. Hang on. Let's go with a lifetime of cocaine use. Okay. Is everybody familiar with there's a website that we have access to. We all have access to this website that completely proves Bruce A. Scott, MD. He's a medical doctor, bro. A medical doctor. And he doesn't think that cigarettes are any more harmful for you than using a nicotine vape. That's bananas to me. That's bananas to me. He's lying, right? He's got to be lying. He's got to be deliberately lying. He's got to deliberately be misinforming people. And the president of the American Medical Association just decided this. I'm going to just lie to the American public really deeply. Is everybody familiar with the Monitoring the Future database? This is something we can all access. In fact, I'm going to put this in the description right now. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it in the chat for everybody to use at your own leisure. But this is looking at cocaine between 8th, 10th, and 12th graders. Let's do lifetime here. So it tracks that. This is data from a multitude of places. Monitoring the Future survey. This has been going on since 1975. That's why we have the first data markers of 1975. And in 1975, 9% of 12th graders were using cocaine. 9% of 12th graders in 1975 were using cocaine. Looks like it peaked in 1985 when 17% of 12th graders were using cocaine. I'm assuming this is daily, or this is ever use. Maybe not daily use, but ever use. Listen, Vicky Benji, my cardiologist says the same thing. My cardiologist was overjoyed that I wasn't smoking cigarettes. My cardiologist came back to me multiple times and said, no cigarettes, right? No cigarettes, just vaping. And I said, yes, just vaping. And they said, great. Great. That came out of my cardiologist's mouth. Great. Great. He said, great. Yeah, I know. I know it's great. But you can search for anything. Alcohol. Submit. Look at this. Dropping levels of alcohol. Let's see, where did this peak? 1979, 88.1% of 12th graders were using alcohol. Fast forward down here, 41% of 12th graders are using alcohol. And are you ready for this? You can come down here to vaping, tobacco and hookah, steroids, stay awake pills, Rohypnol, PCP. You want to see how many teens are using Oxycontin? Look at that. Looks like it peaked maybe here, 2005, 5.5% of 12th graders had used Oxycontin. But you can come all the way down here. Vaping nicotine, e-cigarettes. Ready? Submit. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's an epidemic. It's an epidemic. They're hooked into a lifetime of nicotine use. Did you? 2020, 44%. Oh, but it's going down. Well, it's consistently going down. Oh, it's been consistently going down since 2020? Does the president of the American Medical Association, Bruce A. Scott, know that monitoring the future exists and that we have the ability to fact check him when he says that youths are being hooked into a lifetime of nicotine addiction? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he's not aware. Maybe we need to email Bruce A. Scott, the president of the American Medical Association, a link to the Monitoring the Future survey data where we can visually see the youth vaping epidemic. Look at this epidemic. I would look at these dots and I would look at these lines and I would say epidemic. Epidemic. I put a link in the chat. I'm going to put a link in the chat again right here. Pow. Monitoring the future. Monitoring the future. Any illicit drugs. Sure. Let's look at any illicit drugs. Oh, we're kind of all over the place. Look, we had a dip in 1992. In 1992, between 1992 and 1997, we went from 27% drug use, illicit drug use, to 42% illicit drug use. But I don't remember a youth drug epidemic. That's more. That's way more than kids were using nicotine e-cigarettes. Interesting. I guess, I don't know, maybe they don't care. Any nicotine use. Ready for this? Any nicotine use. Epidemic. That looks like an epidemic to me, Bruce A. Scott. That looks like a lifetime of nicotine addiction, doesn't it, Bruce A. Scott? Doesn't that look like an eternal torment of nicotine addiction for every youth on the planet in America, Bruce A. Scott? Would you look at this? Would Bruce A. Scott look at this data and go, yep, lifetime of nicotine addiction right there. Lifetime of nicotine addiction. Well, the best part is we can go to Twitter X and look at this. Oh, the AMA's post about this very article. But holy shit, would you look at that big, fat, stinking, pink and naked community note just hanging out there for everybody to see. 0.4% lifetime cancer risk compared to smoking. Bruce A. Scott, president of the American Medical Association. The referred source material, he doesn't even mention cancer. He doesn't link to cancer. He doesn't link to anything that mentions cancer. He does link to EVALI, says that that's a big problem as well, despite, let's see, it's been 5 years, I think, since the last EVALI case. They took care of that real quickly. EVALI's just gone. Still a concern, though. Still a concern. We haven't seen a case of EVALI in 5 years, and it was 100% related to illicit black market THC cartridges contaminated with vitamin E acetate. But it could still be a problem. Nicotine vapors could face EVALI. Youth vaping peaked in 2019. Overall, youth nicotine use has dropped to a record low. Yeah. And youth vaping started dropping before the mentioned products were denied. Yeah. He goes on in this... I don't even know what you would call this. I don't even know what you would call this. Article, piece, something like that. He does talk about, at the very end, he says, While the FDA has not acted as quickly as it could have to take on nicotine-containing products to make it taste like candy, fruit, and sweet desserts, its marketing denials for more than 1 million of these products have helped reduce vaping and other tobacco use by teens. So he says, oh, it is at a 25-year low. Oh, but that's only because the FDA denied a bunch of e-liquid to the market, implying that big bottles of e-liquid was what youth were vaping, and when FDA banned those products, youth stopped using them? American Medical Association President Bruce A. Scott is detached from reality completely and thoroughly. I don't know how in the same article he can claim that youth vaping leads to a lifetime of addiction, but then also leave a link to the CDC saying that youth nicotine addiction is at a 25-year low. Seems like if kids were vaping since 2017, that number would go up and not down. You can't say it's an epidemic when the numbers are going down. You can say it. I mean, you can technically say it, but you'd be the most incorrect person on earth. The data doesn't match anything that AMA President Bruce A. Scott is saying. Not even a little bit. And now, oh, look at that community note. Oh, just look at it. Bask in it. Bask in it. Smell it. And the community note links to the FDA. Links to the FDA. So AMA getting community noted. Freaking all over Twitter. I am sick of looking at Bruce A. Scott's incorrect disinformation pushing smug do no harm face. So you can go away. But wait, there's so much more. We still have to say F the FDA. That's right.
F the FDA. F the FDA. F the FDA. F the FDA.
Mitch Zeller, how many times are you going to say that?
F the FDA.
Well, here we go again. Yeah, this is kind of bananas to me. This is from a FOIA request. Exclusive. FDA funneled hundreds of $millions to a PR firm. Shocking. Anybody shocked by this? Joe Biden's administration, Food and Drug Administration, funneled hundreds of millions of dollars in user fees to public relation firms, NGOs, and universities, according to a new report by the nonpartisan watchdog Protect the Public's Trust, the PPT, obtained exclusively by the Washington Reporter, which is what we're reading from right now. PPT told the Reporter that it had to go to court to obtain the expenditures. You see, FDA's Center for Tobacco Products, which is what's almost wholly in charge of regulating nicotine vapor products or any cigarettes, alternative nicotine products, sets performance standards and reviews pre-market applications for new tobacco products. CTP is funded by user fees, which are fees charged to companies and other organizations that participate in certain programs or regulated activities. So they basically request money from the companies that they're regulating as in the form of user fees. And then they use these user fees to, supposedly fund the Center for Tobacco Products or give millions of dollars to PR firms and NGOs to trash vaping. Hang on. The CTP's reliance on user fees puts not just its appropriations, but its expenditures outside the oversight of congressional and private watchdogs, which means they rely on user fees which are not accounted for or traced in any way. It's outside of the oversight of Congress. PPT's director, Michael Chamberlain, told the Reporter this would be a problem if CTP were... This would not be a problem if CTP were adhering close to its mission. However, CTP has been smacked down by multiple courts for shirking its duties to evaluate and approve applications to sell vaping products. Shirking. I love that word. You ever use that word? Shirking. Hundreds of thousands of applications from legitimate manufacturers lay in purgatory while illegal Chinese vapes flood the market to the tune of $3.5 billion per year, he said. Meanwhile, the Center for Tobacco Products has spent more than $500 million with a single PR firm over the last few years. Even after the lawsuit, FDA continued to stall, claiming confusion about the requests. After months of delay, the agency provided a list of user fee recipients and amounts. The largest recipients of funds from the CTP overall at $500 million? $500 million. Was True North Communications, a partnership between global PR firm FCB Global's New York component and Rescue. Other advertising firms received 7 figures as well. Competitive marketing data company Comper Media Inc. received $950,000. To PR firms and NGOs? Center for Tobacco Products has claimed that they don't have enough time, energy, people, or manpower to go through all of these PMTAs, but it sure seems like $500 million could possibly hire enough people to go through these PMTAs. I mean, am I way off base here? Good night, Raw Chuck. Hey, I appreciate you. Raw Chuck's heading off. Peace out, Raw Chuck. Have a good night. I miss you already. PPT submitted Freedom of Information Act requests to the CTP's expenditures, Chamberlain said. We were forced to go to court to obtain them. Even after the lawsuit, FDA continued to stall, claiming confusion about the requests. And after months of delay, the agency provided a list of user fee recipients and amounts. Other recipients of funds include Deolete, which raked in over $64 million. So the Center for Tobacco Products at FDA took the user fees that are supposed to be funding the department and gave $64 million to PR companies and NGOs and the California Department of Public Health, which received over $13 million. Golly gee, I wonder why it was so easy to pass a flavor ban in California. Might be that the California Department of Health received $14 million from the Center for Tobacco Products user fees. Completely unaccounted for, no accountability. CTP can spend their user fees literally wherever they want. Nobody can say bupkis about it. Congress doesn't have oversight of it. And the University of Kentucky. Oh, fascinating that both Kentucky and California have flavor bans going on. That's crazy. The FDA seems to be in the thrall of anti-nicotine special interest groups and attempting to convince the American public of what a fantastic job it's doing while ignoring both the threats from the black market products and the benefit of harm reduction strategies. Yeah, book it, fund it, put that on a t-shirt. The FDA seems to be in the thrall of anti-nicotine special interest groups and attempting to convince the American public what a fantastic job it's doing, while ignoring both the threats from the black market and benefits of harm reduction. By sharing resources, including personnel and funding with activist organizations, the FDA is neglecting its statutory obligations to regulate the tobacco industry in a manner that is efficient, lawful, and, what's this word? Objective. Get the fuck out of here with objectivity. What are you kidding me right now? Listen, FDA has approved and authorized many e-cigarette vapor products. If you don't mind buying all of your e-cigarette vapor products from their best friends at Big Tobacco, if you don't mind Logic, if you don't mind Altria, if you don't mind Marlboro, if you don't mind giving your money back to RJ Reynolds. Listen, I smoked Marlboro cigarettes for decades. I don't want to give any of my money back to Big Tobacco, but FDA wants me to give my money back to Big Tobacco. So FDA has approved products, just only from their good friends at Big Tobacco. Yeah, that's a damn thing, isn't it? By sharing resources, here we go. Where were we? Objective. The FDA's actions and inaction constitute a concerning mix of waste, fraud, and abuse, all at the expense of the public's health and welfare. If the public health bureaucracy seeks to improve its image and credibility with the American people, this FDA and Center for Tobacco Products in particular demonstrate how not to achieve that goal. The public health bureaucracy has sadly experienced a devastating but well-deserved loss of trust with the American public. Do we trust the Center for Tobacco Products? Do we trust FDA? When you rely on people trusting you to be an organization and you ruin that trust and you erode that trust, you don't really get it back, I don't think. I don't know. Maybe you do, but chances are I don't think you get it back. They want you to continue paying big tobacco to not smoke cigarettes. Yeah, exactly. They're looking out for their cronies, you know? It's cronyism. It's crony capitalism. It's cronyism. Altria and Philip Morris International didn't have good enough products to be competitive in the market. And so they just asked the FDA, can you get rid of all of our competition so that our shitty products can actually make some money for us? And FDA was like, no problem, Altria. No problem. We're going to protect your cigarette sales. We're going to protect your vapor product sales. You want all the companies gone? Okay, shut it down. Shut it down. MDOs. MDOs for all these products. Let's shut vape stores down. Let's have a vape mail ban. Let's shut all this down. Shut all this down. Market belongs to Altria. FDA says so. Market belongs to Altria. They largely operate bereft of transparency, and in this case, when they finally did respond to what we believed was a pretty straightforward request, it became evident why. New leadership looking to reform and restore trust at Health and Human Services and FDA would do well to look at CDC, CTP as a good place to start. What a time to be alive, you guys. What a time to be alive. I think that's it. I think that's all I got for today. Okay, yeah, we did already talk about this. I just want to make sure that everybody remains panicked about this. Can we all remain panicked about this? Yeah. Good. And that's it. Oh, that's that. That's my Amazon cart. Radical. All right, you guys. Well, I think that's going to do it here for this here news and advocacy. Let me throw one last thing in here for my Kentuckians. There's a repeal happening for the flavor ban / PMTA registry bill in Kentucky. A lawmaker filed a repeal to repeal HB 11, which is the PMTA registry bill. It's absolutely going to hurt Kentucky businesses. This bill has made it illegal for vape stores to sell non-FDA regulated vape products. The list of regulated products is a short one, and as we saw, mostly populated by big tobacco. You can look at this and you go, oh, Enjoy. Yeah, Enjoy LLC. Enjoy LLC. That's Altria, makers of Marlboro. Okay. RJR Reynolds Vapor Company. Oh, that's Reynolds Tobacco. Oh, that's Big Tobacco as well. Okay, so yeah, give your money to Big Tobacco. I don't know what I can do about this. People in Kentucky, follow up on this. Contact Savannah Maddox. Savannah. Does she have a website? Does she have a Twitter? Oh, we know Savannah. Oh, we love Savannah. Oh, I got a crush on Savannah. Yeah, Savannah Maddox has been standing up for vaping in Kentucky for a while now. Right on, Savannah. Hell yeah, Savannah. Hell yeah. Keep it going, Savannah. Keep it going. So that's what's going on in Kentucky. I'm going to put links to literally everything I talked about down in the description below. And in the meantime, let's move on over to some super chats. Yo, yoy, mother truckin' rats, truckin' bird. Sorry, I appreciate you guys sticking around for the news and advocacy. There's just a lot going on. And it seems that nobody is going to stand up for vaping. Seems that nobody is. Maybe the Supreme Court will. I'd like to think that the Supreme Court will. In fact, let's just have a real quick vape break. Before we get into these super chats, I need to hydrate, and I need a little bit of a vape break. Yeah. That's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Here let's do some double toots here. Need some nicotine, Mike Bloomberg. Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, okay. Okay. Now that we're set right. What's up, Mallory Gates? Whoa, drama. Fuck J Money Landshark because the guys told me to. Oh, no. Okay. Man, you know, I hope this gets sorted out. There, J Money Landshark. I'm Team J Money Landshark. Team J Money Landshark. Dee, damn it. Keep up the good fight. Vaping will win out. And FYI, Banana Ice and Strawberry Harvest got me off the cancer sticks. Flavors rule. Dee, I wish I could agree with you more. Flavors do rule. I say this all the time that vaping's going to change the world and flavors are going to help it. But yeah, completely. And yes, of course vaping is going to win. Of course it is. It's just a matter of time. It might be rough times right now. It might be lean times right now. But it's not always going to be like this because vaping always works. Vaping undeniably works. Wherever vaping goes, smoking plummets. That's just facts. So of course vaping's going to win. Of course it is. New Wave Dave, snorting whiskey and drinking cocaine. Search it if you don't know. Okay. It auto-filled it in for me. Snortin' Whiskey was a blues rock song written by Pat Travers and Pat Thrall. It was originally recorded by the Pat Travers Band and released on the album Crash and Burn in 1980. Snortin' Whiskey. Okay, well, obviously I'm going to have to listen to this song now, New Wave Dave. Raw Chuck, headed to bed. Appreciate you, bro. I hope you sleep like a champion. I hope you sleep like a king. Mallory, never confuse education with intelligence. You can have a master's degree or a PhD, but still be an idiot. Yeah, you know, it's like that old saying, you know, are you book smart or are you street smart? And it's like street smart people have the ability to think critically. And it feels as though highly educated people don't. I don't know what that is, but yes, I agree that you can be a PhD in an idiot. I've seen, look, we're both on Twitter, Mallory. We're both on Twitter. We see what's going on over there. We can see Tahir Turk, you know, just being a numbnuts. Well, what are you going to do? But yes, I agree. That's a good thing to look out for. That and... you know, I know that I'm part of this, but the idea of influencers and people on the internet who will say things really confidently, just assume, even with me, just assume that what I'm telling you might not be completely correct. You know, there's no reason to take Tim Pool's advice at face value. There's no reason to take my advice at full value. I want people to fact check me. I leave you links so you can fact check me. But there's just a lot of people who say things on the internet for clout. And that's disgusting. I think that's the worst of us, you know? I think that's the worst of us. Chef Seamus, I got my malt mix prepped to brew a Cherrywood smoked amber ale this weekend. And it's coming my way. Chef Seamus, you're my favorite chef. You're my favorite chef. If I had to pick a favorite chef, if QHB said, hey, who's your favorite chef? It's Chef Seamus. Hands down. Brew beerin', smoked amber ale, Chef Seamus. Hell yeah. Poured in my face, bro. Stoked. QHB, appreciate you. Super lemon. And then Kaz. Hashtag MTVD, shout out to the true leader. Whoa. Jason Vapes. Jason Vapes is the true leader. The true leader? Well, it sounds like there's some dissension in the ranks. Sounds like there's some dissension among the ranks of the watching the vlog crew. All right, guys. Well, it's time to do something else right now at 7:20, which means we've been streaming for 3 hours right now. No time like the present. No time to waste like today. We might not get to that mandatory random liquid tasting. It might be just a pure random liquid tasting. And that's a word I cannot stand, is addiction. Addiction, and I especially hate the term addict. Get the fuck out of here with addict. I don't take people who use the term addict seriously. It's all about the addiction. It's all about the addiction. I can say this so confidently. I am much more addicted to my smartphone than I am to vaping. You know what I grab for first thing in the morning? My phone. You know what's in my hand all day long, even when I'm not vaping? My phone. I'm flipping through Instagram reels while I'm getting dressed. I don't even do that. I don't even vape while I'm getting dressed. I am 1,000% more addicted to my phone than I am to nicotine. By a mile. By a mile. But look, we got some mail. We got a trash bag. We got some mail. And we're gonna bust through some mail. Hang on. Let's do this one first because this looks like a China package. And I'm waiting on some stuff. You see, I'm waiting on some stuff from China. Hang on, I'm going to read this super chat as it happens. May I recommend the addition of a booty couch to complement the titty vase? Hashtag Peter Blumpkin. Booty couch. This sounds like something I have to have custom made. But yes, the booty couch, titty vase. Yeah, we've got all sorts of dirty adult things in our house. Yes, finally, it's here. Yo, what up, Pure Max 2? Pure Max 2 came out real quick, didn't it? Real quick. But we got the Pure Max 2. Sick. Oh, and they sent me a nice little MQ class here. Wow, that's very nice of them. Look at this little banger. Let's look at it. Look at you. Single 18650. It looks like a DNA 60, mirrored and matte and media blasted. Fire button, single battery, USB-C. Not bad. And of course, look, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I appreciate anything and everything that any vendor wants to send me to get my review on this channel of their product. Thank you. Gunmetal. Fucking gunmetal. Oh, I hate gunmetal. And everybody sends me gunmetal. And I'm thankful. But gunmetal. PX cartridge for the Pure Max Pro 2. I can't wait for this Pure Max Part 2. I can't wait. And that's super dope. That will most likely get a review. All of that most likely will get a review. Hang on. Sounds like coils. Oh, wait. I know what this is. Oh, I know what this is. You don't know what this is. Gunmetal, I got a thing with gunmetal. Gunmetal mods and gunmetal toppers look fine together, but I can't stand gunmetal on stainless. I can't stand gunmetal on black. I can't stand black on gunmetal. I can't stand stainless on gunmetal. Like this, gunmetal. This, gunmetal. That, gunmetal. My Parsons, gunmetal. I hate gunmetal. And I've said that I hate gunmetal 8,000 billion times, but whenever Vapors Cloud sends me something, they're like, well, we should send him gunmetal. And I tell Brian, I'm like, I hate gunmetal. I can't stand gunmetal. Oh, just send him gunmetal. I should have known from the color of the packaging. Hey, Nick. Hope 2025 is treating you well so far. Wanted to send you a few goodies along with the newest addition to the Twisted Timmy Coils liquid line. Happy clouds and juicy wicks to you, brother. Stay awesome. Timmy and Jen. Timmy and Jen. Timmy and Jen. Beautiful, wonderful people. Beautiful, wonderful people. And yeah, dude. Oh my God in heaven. Besides legendary Twisted Timmy coils, let's see, we got Fralians, we got some Lucky Sevens, hell yeah. We got some Micro Twisted Fused, Micro Fused, Alien V2s. The Micro Twisted Fused, these Micro Twisted Fused are busting mouth to lung coils. But look at this. What's this? I don't know. Cream. What's this? I don't know. Cream. What's this? I don't know. Cream. Cappuccino cream right there. Cappuccino cream. Strawberry cream. Wait, this is just original cream. Whoa. Well, here, I'm going to set these aside because chances are one of those is going to end up in the very random liquid tasting. Certainly. Jenny, Tim, thank you guys. Thank you. I love you guys. Thank you. Look, metallic purple is dope because metallic purple can go on a stainless mod, no problem. Metallic purple can go on a black mod, no problem. Stainless can go on a black mod, no problem. Black toppers can go on stainless things, no problem. I run the stainless Jaka. I'm a black clutch. I wish it was a stainless clutch, but that doesn't bother me in any way. If this was gunmetal, that would bother me. If gunmetal were a music genre, what would it sound like? To me, it would sound like ska. And I only say that because ska sucks. I'm just kidding. Ska doesn't suck, but I'll say that ska sucks except for the bands that I like, you know? Ska sucks except for the bands I like. I got 2 international packages here from the United Kingdom. Two international packages. Let's see. Something from Vapors Cloud. Hey, look at that. A singular Asgard. I don't know why I do that when I have this. Asgard 2 Mini. Little predictable, isn't it? Hey, it's blue. It's not gunmetal. It's blue. It's another color I have nothing else of, but there we go. We got an Asgard Mini 2. Asgard 2 Mini. Why is that loose? Is it supposed to be like that? You hear that? Why is that loose? Why is that loose, Rhett's beard? I want answers. All right, well, appreciate you, Vapors Cloud, as always. Asgard 2 Mini. I didn't review the Asgard 2. I might have to review that Asgard 2 Mini. But wait, there's more. What? What the what? What the what? Whoa. Hey, this is a toonie. This is a toonie. Nick, miss you and the crew. I'm doing pretty good. These are moose tooths I carved from oak wood knots. Love you, toonie. Mother truckin' toonie. Mother truckin' toonie. Okay, those are pretty sick. I'm not a super necklace guy, but that's kind of sick with it. Those are carved. Shit, Toonie. Well, dip in someday, Toonie. Dip in. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing as well as you possibly can, Toonie. Freaking Toonie. Haven't heard from Toonie in a hot minute. Yeah, Toonie of the Addy variety. Toonie of the Addy variety. I agree with this, Breeze Tones. Raga sucks. Ska sucks. Raga sucks. All right. Thankfully, listen, I got a few more packages here. I got a few more. Hey now. These are the ones you can eat. Don't forget. I really liked the first Asgard Mini, Amy. And that was my first experience with the Asgard was the V1 Mini. And I really liked it. The Mini 2, we'll see. But, oh. What's up, Suicide Mods? Look at this. What is this? Can I even read what that says? Nightmare? Nightmare. Nightmare? Nightmare. RTA. RTA! Nightmare RTA. In gunmetal. Nightmare RTA in gunmetal. I'd rather have gold than gunmetal. I'd rather have purple than gunmetal. I'd rather have blue than gunmetal. But look at that. Wouldn't you know it? We got a gunmetal. We got a gunmetal Nightmare RTA. We got a Zusek style chimney here. Big postless deck. Oh, I guess that goes on like that. Airflow comes through the side. It's held in with an O-ring in there. All right, Nightmare. They do include, or I was able to get a bubble glass as a free gift. All right, Nightmare RTA. RTA. Look. We're going to do some fiddling on Tuesday, and it looks like we're building a Nightmare RTA on Tuesday. Sick. And what the heck ass is this? Right, JJ? Why does gunmetal... Are there really big gunmetal fans? I'm going to have to ask. I'm going to have to do a poll next week about gunmetal rather than egg salad. I feel like gunmetal might be more beneficial to us than egg salad, although, man, you guys like some egg salad. I don't know why. Odd Job V2. I was a pretty okay fan. Blue. Of course. Blue Odd Job. Blue Odd Job in a black tank. Ooh, it's in a Crypt 2, so we'll immediately have to take it out of there. Odd Job? All right. I mean, I was a pretty decent fan of the Odd Job. It wasn't my favorite thing. Fuck us. See, that looks like a pretty big airflow. That's got to be 4mm, right? Fat airflow on one side of the deck. You get the top cap that goes on. It's not a bad looking little Boro bridge there. Obviously a single coil bangy because it's a Boro. All right. Not bad. Not bad. I'm not going to use it in a crypt tank because, oh look, O-ring already fell out of the crypt tank. Spiffy. I don't know, maybe that was a spare. All right, odd job. All right, odd job V2. Odd job V2. I think Metal Morrissey was a big fan of the odd job. Oh, really? Hey, look at that. Look at that. Coincidentally, Metal Morrissey says odd job is my favorite Boro for restricted direct lung. Well, we're going to build it on Tuesday, Metal Morrissey. I hope I see you at the Vape Fiddle. Hope I see you at the Fiddle. Lastly, something from Canada. Something from Canada. The DoorDasher RTA? Yeah. You know what? Wee Baby Seamus, you're right. Smash that like button, you guys. I mean, it really, really helps me out. You don't have to hit the like button. You can hit the dislike button, and it helps me the same way. Your old pal Grimm needs all the help he can get these days. YouTube does not like me. They do not like showing my videos to anybody. Anybody. So if you guys could hit that like button. Ah, Randy, you got that. I've been saying that for a few years now. Focus. She said focus. Whatever. Oh, what up, Fluid? Oh, okay then. Well, I'm not sure I'll ever rock this hat, but you know, it's the gesture, I guess, that matters. It's even like a dad style hat. Look at that. It's all smashed on the front. I'm a Fluid ambassador. I'm not necessarily a Fluid ambassador, but I guess I can be for tonight. It's a Fluid ambassador. I've been using the skinny pouches that I got. The skinny pouches that Fluid sent over. Yeah, I mean, this is very gracious of you. But I don't see myself, you know. I don't see myself rocking a Fluid shirt. But maybe. Ask me about Fluid fully customizable pouches. And see, I don't want people asking me about them. I don't. I make a shirt that says, ask me about GrimmGreen. Ask me about Fluid. What about them? Well, thank you. Thank you, Fluid pouches. Thank you. The pouches are probably go a lot farther than the merch will, but not bad. Not bad. All right, busting. Well, you guys, that's the mail, and that was a damn hell-ass good mail. We got new Timmy liquids, dude. New Timmy liquids, new Timmy coils. We got a Nightmare RTA. We got the Odd Job V2, and we got the Asgard 2 Mini from Vapor's Cloud. We heard from Addy Tooney. We got Fluid hats. What else could you ask for? Fluid pouches are pretty solid, Insider Man. The Inside Man. They're pretty solid. SoCo. What's going on, SoCo? Didn't see you in the chat there. SoCo. Yeah. Hey, Willie B. Grimm Army is alive and kicking. We're here till vaping wins, you know? I like the Fluid pouches. I'm still learning them. I don't know how much liquid to put in there. Sometimes it never dries up, and sometimes it feels really weak and dry. I've been trying out those skinny Fluid pouches. I used Face Meat's black licorice, and then I made one with the Munsters, the one that Jason Vape sent me. I made some black licorice pouches. They were delicious, but they weren't quite saturated. I know, the best box. Listen, I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. We'll get it next week. Promises made, promises kept. Living the dream, SoCo? That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I hope every time you, plow down the street on your motorcycle, you're shouting, this is for GrimmGreen. I'll never ride a motorcycle, so I have to live vicariously through people who are brave enough to ride a motorcycle, But listen, we're winding down now. We're running long, and that's okay, because what I would like to do right now, I think this is going to be the last act of the vlog. I think it's time. Shirts off. Shirts off in the pit. 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 All right, so the final tally for egg salad is 42% of you are great, put it in my face. 34% of you said it's fine, I don't hate it. And then 23% of you agree with me that it's evil, mushy, eggy trough slop. Evil, mushy, eggy trough slop. I like eggs. I like scrambled eggs. I like omelets. I like eggs with runny centers. But egg salad? It's not for me. It's not for me. It's not for me. It's definitely not for me. Okay. Well, we're going to put that up in the liquid tasting. I think we're going to put cream up. I think we're going to put cream. Hang on. Let me get you some voting music here. Hey! Sorry that was way too loud. And then Timmy's Original Cream. Okay. Here's what we're doing for the very random liquid tasting, you guys. First thing up, try to keyboard can go on the ground. I'm trying to create like a platform so we can all see these. FDH, yeah, Sugar Moon Pie. We're gonna do Rocket Bunny's Honeydew Bubble Gum. That's an option right there. We're gonna do Twisted Timmy's Cream. Okay, Twisted Timmy's Original Cream, or I'm going to go take a bio break. Please vote. If you don't vote today, then you don't get to vote funky. It's a celebration. If you don't vote today, then you don't get to vote funky. It's a celebration. Do push-up. Well, yeah, Corey, I'm not saying you're correct. I'm just saying that after I did the 2 push-ups, I immediately needed to pee. Immediately. Like it became overwhelming. 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 I might drink this whole bottle of Duvel. I didn't think that was going to happen, but it's just so fucking tasty. It reminds me of a better Hoegaarden. I don't know if you've ever had Hoegaarden, but this is like a tastier Hoegaarden. Where are we at? Oh, Timmy! Timmy is just barely beating the mystery box. I'm going to let this go for exactly 1 more minute before I call it. Edward, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I'm just giving you guff. I'm just giving you a hard time. Enjoy egg salad. You know, I want everyone to... Tommy, what is wrong with you? Tommy, what is wrong with you? Last week we had hot dog liquid. Now we have egg salad liquid. Mix them together, 50-50. Clifford, she's doing much better. So much better. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So much better. She went to India, the country of India, and ate authentic India food in India and came home and just died. She was not meant to do that. Not meant to do that. So where we land in here? It's tied. It's tied. It's tied. It's tied. It's tied. The draw of the mystery box. The draw of the mystery box. The draw of the mystery box. Could be egg salad in here. Could be anything. Could just be... Yeah, I mean, it could be mozzarella sticks in here. Could be anything. Yeah. Deli belly. Deli belly hard. Deli belly hard. All right. Oh, Timmy's 39. All right. Well, it appears that Timmy's going to win. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Godzilla. Polls over. Polls over, Timmy. Polls over. With a vote of 38% of you. We were really divided tonight between the Twisted Timmys and the mystery box. No one really cared about the sugar cream pie. Honeydew bubblegum? Honeydew bubblegum. This has been up like 4 different times now, and it's never got more than like 18% of the votes. That's gonna have to be a forced liquid tasting. Does anybody want to see what was in the mystery box? No? Yeah, it was an Indonesia liquid. It was Blue Marble. Blue Marble was in there. Well, we'll have a new mystery box next week. We'll have a new mystery box next week, and we are going to taste this. Look, at least I got a device for my Asgard that's blue and matchy, but I'm going to be tasting this tonight out of the Rilla RDA, aka the Reload Vapor RDA, the original Reload RDA. It's basically the original Reload. It's Kennedy airflow. It's posts on the side, coils in the middle. And we're going to jam down on some cream, some Twisted Timmy's original cream. I've been wanting to taste Twisted Timmy's cream for a minute now. I don't even know what I'm tasting. What is it? Arguably, same. That's actually not true. I've had one I've had one honeydew liquid that I've enjoyed tremendously in my life. Tremendously. And it was Dewy Boba. It was Dewy Boba. Dewy Boba. Can I get this in like properly focused? Not really. Oh, you'll love to see it. Oh! Oh, that went over the edge for sure. Need that to start soaking into the wicks. Paul F., you fall asleep. Listen, you're in the UK. You have full authority to fall asleep whenever you want. Full authority to fall asleep whenever you want. You're allowed. Anybody, if you're in Australia, Belgium, the United Kingdom, anywhere else in the world that isn't California, even if you're just in Massachusetts, even if you're just in New York State, you can fall asleep this late in the vlog. I get it. You got to earn it. It's staying up late. It's like Saturday Night Live back in the day. You'd stay up till midnight to watch Saturday Night Live and you fall asleep during the first skit. I remember being like, 12 years old, 13 years old, staying up late to watch SNL, and then you just immediately fall asleep right after the monologue. Let's see, this is 0.13, so I'm going to set this to precisely 65.8 watts. Yeah, there it is. Vapors. Don't know what I'm tasting. Don't know what I'm smelling. Don't know what I'm tasting. All right. Let me have a toot of Twisted Timmy's original cream right here. Cheers. All right. Damn. Let me sit with this for just a second. I'm going to mute my microphone so you can't hear anything. It's just going to be nothing, silence. Okay. I don't know who Twisted Timmy thinks he is, but I don't know how someone releases so many fire juices one right after the other. You know, one right after the other. It went from like fresh batch. I was like, this is amazing. Then the funnel cake, the paradigm shift happened. This is amazing. 12 grams. This is amazing. Sacred Seal. I'm vaping it right now. It's amazing. Cream. What this cream tastes like to me is somehow, imagine if you made a root beer float, but with no root beer, and instead you used vanilla cream soda, and then you put vanilla ice cream on top, and then you topped it with whipped cream. It's like creamy soda, vanilla. It's like creamy, really creamy vanilla soda, like so creamy that there's ice cream in it as well, which is blowing my mind because generally heavy vanilla flavors like this taste like frosting or cupcakes or cake batter or something like that. This gives me no bakery vibes, literally zero bakery vibes, and I don't know how. It tastes like a really dense, like thick cream soda that you put vanilla ice cream into. Tastes like Prince's Ghost. Tastes like pancakes. There's layers of flavor. Concert roll. It is a palate extravaganza. I can't get over this. Cream soda with vanilla ice cream. I get no real bakery from it. I don't get any crust. I don't get any cake. I don't get any frosting. I don't get any cupcake. I don't get anything like that. No cake pops, no frosting, no nothing. It is just vanilla cream. And you know what pisses me off about this liquid so bad is I remember driving in my car in 2009, 2010, and I had a little DSE 901 e-cig, and I would mix tobacco and vanilla together in it, but I would mix more vanilla than tobacco, and it was like this little balancing act of like the perfect vanilla flavor. This is the flavor I was looking for the entire time. Every vanilla flavor I've ever had my entire life has tasted like frosting or cake batter. This is just creamy vanilla soda with creamy vanilla ice cream, and it's creamy and it's vanilla and it's not bakery, but it's holy shit. This is like holy shit. I don't know how Timmy gets away with it, but that's delicious. I mean, Timmy and Jen, you know, I'm assuming that Jen has some feedback into these liquids. Maybe I shouldn't be giving full credit to Mr. Twisted Timmy. But holy cow, if this is that good, the strawberry cream's probably going to actually make me erect. Sorry, probably will. Holy cow. There's nothing objectionable about this. Nothing objectionable. It's not too sweet. It's not too weird. It's not cloying in any way. It's not, sticky kid hands. It's just delicious vanilla. Timmy. If I ever meet Timmy, it's just a swift punch to the gut. That's all I'm going to do. No hugs, no high fives. I'm going to be like, oh, Twisted Timmy? Boom. That's for releasing too many good flavors. I'm mad. I'm mad at Timmy because this is too good. This is sticking around. I just have another setup now. It's the Blue Banger. We're going to call this the Blue Blazer. Rest in peace, Owen Hart. This is the Blue Blazer with Twisted Timmy's cream. Morning to ya. Morning to ya, Milk. I see you over there keeping it real on the Twitch gang. Hashtag Twitch gang. Okay, damn. I kind of just want to sit here and keep vaping this and finish my beer a little bit. This is new hotness from Twisted Timmy. It's called Cream. This is the original Cream. KR33M. Cream. There's a strawberry cream and there is a cappuccino cream. And both of those sound freaking amazing. I guarantee you the cappuccino cream is busting. I guarantee you it's busting to the maximum. Dude, the strawberry. Frank, right? Team Strawberry. All right, guys. Well, this is it. This is the most satisfying ending to a vlog we've had in recent memory. We got Twisted Timmy's cream. We had a hell of a vape mail. We made fun of the American Medical Association for being ignorant, just straight up ignorant. And they're ignorant with people's health. And that's what upsets me the most, I think. That's what upsets me the most, because there's going to be doctors out there. There's going to be doctors that listen to the American Medical Association, and they're going to tell their patients that, well, president of the AMA, he's seen firsthand that vaping causes cancer. No, the fuck he hasn't. Nobody has. You know why? Because the only study ever linking cancer to vaping was retracted. Almost, was it like a month later it got retracted? Anyway. I'm going to say goodnight, everybody. I'm going to say goodbye to Germany. No. This is nationwide, Mick. This is nationwide. Sorry I called you Milk. But this is nationwide. The majority of the chats happen on YouTube, Mick. But if you're on the Twitch gang, you can tweet, you can chat, and I will see it. I will see it. Holy shit, Cream. Dude. God. It's just going to be a matter of time before all I'm vaping is like JMW, Stevie's Collective, Twisted Timmy, and FDH. That's everything I have on my desk right now. Except for a few from Indonesia. But man, it's a good time for some American e-liquid. It's a damn good time for some American e-liquid. You know, Apathy Miller, I think the next few years are going to be real interesting. They're already uncovering stuff about the FDA. They're already uncovering stuff about the FDA.
F the FDA.
Yeah, F the FDA. F them in the FDA. I should make that into t-shirts, F the FDA. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight, you guys. Peace out. I love you. Be excellent to each other. It's 8 p.m. I'm going to clean up my office as fast as I can. We're going to get into those yo-yo hangs in the Discord, and we're just going to hang out till the sun comes up. I'm going to finally have some shed time for the day. It's going to be great. Yeah, F Mark Butler, too. These are both for Mark Butler. Number 1 and number 2 for Mark Butler. Did you see Mark Butler's conspiracy about British American Tobacco paying influencers to get kids hooked on nicotine? He has that, like, you know, uninformed, like, jump to conclusions like, oh, what a coincidence. Oh, British American Tobacco supports vaping. That must mean that British American Tobacco is paying people in Australia to promote vaping to kids. Even though I have zero evidence of this, that's just what makes sense in my dumb Mark Butler brain. Yeah, it's enough to make you insane. Yeah, I agree. Nicotine is not a crime. Stickers need to be restocked and shipped globally. Globally, buddy. All right, you guys. Hey, thank you for a really great vlog. Thank you. This was fun. This was awesome. I love the vlog. I look forward to the vlog. And, you know, I'm kind of a little bit at a crossroads with the vlog. Maybe we'll talk about that more next week. But I'm at a little bit of a crossroads with this live stream, and I'm looking to get some feedback. I'm looking to get some feedback on it. So, hey, I love you guys. If you're international, please just go to bed right now. Germany, go to bed. UK, go to bed. Malaysia, go to bed. In fact, no, it's like a week from now in Malaysia, I think. Anyway, cheese your jelly, powder your guava furniture, vape a wraith, vape some cream, drink some Duvel, damn the man. Don't work too hard. Don't let the man get you down. Remember that vaping is going to change the world. It's going to save 1 billion lives, and flavors are absolutely going to help it. And this is all going to win. It's literally just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. I love you guys. Peace out. We're going to say goodnight as we always do. It's my BFF. It's Homeboy OC. He believes he can fly. We can believe in ourselves for just a minute. We need to hear it once.
The light.
Thank you, guys. Remember, don't look at the shadow man's fingers. Just don't do it. I love you guys. Peace out. Be excellent to each other. Be excellent to yourselves. Be excellent to the people around you. I love you. Let's keep being awesome.
I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky anytime.
No. There are super chats left. Kaz says, fact check, Nick, you're a snack. Hashtag Jason Peas. I guess we all pee. Rhett's Beard says, may I recommend the addition of a booty couch to complement the titty vase? I'm already on it. I ordered a booty couch from Temu, Rhett's Beard. Don't even have to pay the tariff. Ordered it from Temu directly. Allie, sorry I'm late, boss. Listen, you're never late. You arrive at the vlog when you intend to arrive at the vlog, and I never hand out demerits. Allie, hey, thank you. Appreciate you, Allie. You're never late. And Fishy, gotta call it a night. Have a great one, Grimm and the cool kids, and 1,000 emojis. Fishy, I love you, bro. Give my love to Bowie. Give my love to Bowie. Okay, there we go. Now, if anybody's stuck around for those, now, oh look, it's Dwayne. It's Homeboy OC. He believes he can fly.
I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky any time of year. Dun 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 dun. I believe I can fly.